News with Ron Likens. And our news this morning is brought to you by the fine folks at Man Chrysler. Keep more Benjamins in your pocket when you buy your new Jeep or Ram from Man Chrysler during the President's Day sales event.
From the WBON TV 9 newsroom, here's what's happening. Thursday evening, a gas leak caused the evacuation for residents from Boone Village subdivision and the area of Ruth and Rebecca Drive. Madison County EMA officials and Whitehall fire officials worked together to coordinate a safe and orderly evacuation. Columbia Gas officials did arrive on the scene and shut off the affected lines, allowing residents to return to their homes. Although sporadic, several thousand remain without power as ice and limbs cut power lines from western to eastern Kentucky. As power is being restored, the state officials are preparing for flooding across the state. In Madison County, Boonesboro Road, State Road 388, Red House, Old Boonesboro Road are flooded, along with Union City Road. For more stories like these, go to WBONTV.com. From the Channel 9 newsroom, I'm Ron Likens.
With just one spray of
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then, in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
Here are some helpful tips to get your house ready for winter. Make sure your filter is changed. Typical locations are at your air handler or furnace, and a filter grill or an air cleaner like this. If you have other accessories on your system, like UV lights or a humidifier, now would be the time to service those. Make sure your ceiling fans are set to clockwise rotation. Go ahead and close those foundation vents. Disconnect your garden hoses from your outdoor spigots. Have Madison HVAC keep you warm this winter. Give us a call at 859-625-1471. And remember, we fix that too.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Locally family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction is a full-service...
For us to check out the latest LEX 18 storm tracker forecast. Currently at your Coyote Country Studios, we have cloudy skies, 26 degrees. The weather brought to you by Eagle Finance in the Richmond Mall. They make loans to people, not credit scores.
Coyote Country weather.
Some folks still seeing a lot around early today. That goes away pretty quickly. It's a mostly cloudy sky for the balance of today. Temperatures, they will remain cold. We'll be just in the mid-20s. For tonight, clears out. It gets really cold. We're heading down to the low and mid-single digits. And by tomorrow, mostly sunny, but highs will be in the mid-20s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Mack.
On your station for Kentucky's country favorites, 100.7 The Coyote. Coyote Country.
This is continuing severe weather coverage on 100.7 The Coyote.
And good morning. How are you this morning? Tom Zilla, Michael Watkins with you this morning. We're going to be updating you on the happenings overnight, what's going on with the weather, the road conditions, closings, different things like that. Good morning. Good to see you again. Third time's a charm, right?
No. Third time is not the charm. You'd think by now I'd be used to getting up this early. But I tell you what, though,
You know, last week we had the COVID issue within the staff, and it's been interesting, Tom. A lot more tired today than I was the first couple of, but I think it's, again, the COVID stuff is still trying to get over that a little bit, but we're ready to rock. We have got some good news, I think, for people here around the Richmond area. You know, you and I coming in this morning, not nearly as bad as we thought it would be.
Right.
It's always better to be safe than sorry, obviously, in a situation like this, but you know, as we came in this morning, now the sidewalks and the roadways, like walking to your vehicle, it's not safe. It's, you know, I slipped a couple of times trying to get into my truck this morning, but the main roads and even the side roads seem to be passable, drivable on, if you will, and I think that's good news for folks here in Richmond. Now, you know, up north, you know, we know Lexington was hit harder than we were, as, you know, Scott County, the further north that you go. But here in Richmond, if you're out and about this morning, obviously give yourself some more time if you're traveling somewhere, if you are needing to travel somewhere. But the roads and everything, for the most part, seem pretty clear.
It's really good. The salt crews here, at least in the city of Richmond, I never pass a salt truck. I haven't in almost 4 years now that I've been here. And this morning, I passed a salt truck. And I noticed my side street was not treated as of yet, but the main drag that I cut across from the bypass there, Boggs Lane. Yeah, Boggs Lane was very passable. And then when I got out on the Big Hill, I could see that it was wet. Yeah. And then I passed the salt truck on Big Hill up there by Cars of Kentucky this morning. So I was like, yeah, they've been out and at it all night long. So they're doing a great job for you. The main thoroughfares should be in pretty good shape. I did hear from a friend early this morning that her daughter had to drive from Lexington to Richmond early this morning and had no trouble whatsoever on the interstate too. So that's good news as well.
Yeah, and we're going to have the Hill Tire Clays Ferry traffic cam up here shortly, and you'll be able to see kind of just what traffic looks like on Clays Ferry Bridge. But you know, as we go throughout the day, now there is a chance that this weather does kind of come back into the area. But I think the biggest thing and the reason why we never got we didn't get as much as the people up north did is the temperature never just got to where it was supposed to get for the ice to kind of hit the area. It looked like it was more sleet last night than it was freezing rain, which is a blessing for us here in Richmond and Berea and the surrounding areas. That was the good news, because it never got cold enough for the freezing rain to come in. That seems like, again, I'm not a meteorologist, but that seems like how things are right now, and why they are the way that they are. Now, I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night, though.
Oh, good. Yeah. Good for you. I was watching Bill Meck on LEX 18, who gives us our morning weather reports, and it was like he was almost apologizing. But he kept saying, now, it's not going to be as bad as we thought it was going to be because the temperature is staying up, which it did. What was interesting is they were spotting like some freezing rain as close to the Richmond area as the 418 exit up there, Athens-Boonesboro exit, Richmond Road, you know, going into Lexington.
104.
Yeah, and then the others were, there was a picture came across Twitter last night that showed icing on the trees on the north side of Lexington. So Georgetown was getting it, you know, halfway through Frankfort was getting it, but anything south and below it, it rained almost all the way till midnight last night. So that's the reason why we didn't get as much freezing rain as we could have, but we're still being affected. Even the Coyote is being affected a little bit this morning by the freezing rain.
You know, one thing I've seen too, I got a lot of Facebook friends up in eastern Kentucky. There are roads that, because of the rain that we did get, there are some roads like in Betaville that are impassable because of water over the road. So like you know, they're in Lee County and some other areas. There is some flooding issues that are going on. So do keep that in mind if you're listening up that way, if you're watching us on the live stream on Facebook or YouTube. Do keep that in mind as you go throughout the day, that there are some areas that are dealing with some flooding. So when we thought all this cold stuff was going to be the issue, it's the water that's an issue in a lot of the areas as well.
If I can, Michael, let me run through a few of these closings in the Coyote Country area here. We've got most of your schools. It's probably the best way to say it. Most of the schools in Coyote Country are closed today. Now, it's up to you to check to see if they're doing their, in-home learning, whether it be the, what do they call it, NTI?
Yeah, now today's an actual snow day, I believe. So
okay.
So that's the good news for the kids out there, at least. But yeah, you're right.
We got Clark County, Clay County closed. Rolling down here, Corbin schools are closed. Looking for more here. Fayette County, they're doing the unconventional at-home learning, which I was like, unconventional. I think that's where it's not led by a teacher. So they know what they're working on, and they're supposed to do that. Clark County schools, as we said, are closed. We get a lot of the double-ups on this because they come in so fast in the morning. Garrett County schools are closed today. Harrison County schools are closed. Jackson County closed with an NTI day. Moving on down, we've got some others here. Lee County schools, we didn't hear from them. I think they had school yesterday because all they had was rain, but they are closed today in Lee County. Also looking on down here, I'm going from a raw list, folks, so that's why I don't just have a quick list of all these. Of course, Madison County schools are closed. We're looking on down to see if we've got any of our other area schools listed here. They've got Morehead State University closed this morning. They're on what they call the Plan B virtual school at Morehead this morning, which is kind of interesting because Morehead didn't get hit as hard as we did here. Powell County schools, you are closed today. Rockcastle, same thing. And I believe Scott County, they are closed. I was seeing some reports from Scott County last night. Like you said earlier, they got hit a little harder than we did here in our area. So that's the majority of the schools from our area that are closed. Washington County schools having an NTI day, they're closed. Wolfe County is closed, and I think that gets us to the bottom of our list. Now, University of Kentucky, they are closed, and I know a lot of people commute from Coyote Country into the University of Kentucky, but University of Kentucky operating on Plan B today. So that's it as far as your schools are concerned. Again, check yourself, email, Twitter, however you get the information from them, or their website, and make sure what their assignment is for the kids, because some are closed, taking a snow day, as you said, and then others are doing NTI or unconventional at-home learning, so you're expected to do something, right?
Yeah, and I've seen some of the businesses that are closed or opening up late today. First Trust Bank, they're going to be opening up at 10 a.m. this morning. And I do have a note, Chris Thorne from CT Diesel Repair does a lot of scraping of the roads and plowing for whenever the snow and stuff comes in. He said that the side roads are still very slick in Richmond. He slid all the way down the hill coming out of Lake Reba. And and the bypass has just froze back over. Again, the temperature is kind of what's controlling all this right now because of all the rain that we got yesterday that kind of sat on the roadways. That's where the issue came in. So Chris saying that the bypass just froze back over. So appreciate him giving us a little update there. He's out and about trying to take care of some of the other businesses that he takes care of with the plowing and everything, just making sure that their parking lots and driveways are safe for potential customers that could be coming in later today. But I think that's a big thing, too, for these businesses that are going to be open. If you are going maybe to the grocery store or to the doctor's office or somewhere today, do keep that in mind. As you said, walk like a penguin.
Yes, I did this morning. That's for sure. Hey, Michael, I wanted to check out our moose track Doppler radar this morning from the Daniel Boone National Forest.
Okay,
boy. Gee, Rock, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. 26 degrees right now. The National Weather Service says we could drop as low as 22 this morning, which usually is the case. I'll come into work, and then by 8 o'clock, we're usually bottoming out. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. But what that means is the colder it gets, the less the salt and brine works and could cause roads like the bypass to freeze back over. Right now, we're seeing on radar that there is some light snow in Coyote Country. Many parts of Coyote Country now experiencing some light snow this morning. So you could see a quarter to a half an inch of snow before this is all over at about 11 o'clock today.
Got a message from Teddy Hunt. Highway 52 between Irvin and Betaville. Highway 52 between Irvin and Betaville does have some slick areas due to icing. So, again, if you're heading up that way, and I would think that road from Estill County to Lee County to Owsley County, areas like that. Now, that might be an issue, a place that you want to stick clear from if you're having to travel like further eastern Kentucky, because a lot of those back roads, they're the last place that kind of get touched because they're telling you to stay home, so stay home if you can.
Yeah, I know Loretta that works at our Irvin office. She has to come down that mountain on 52, and I tease with her all the time, waiting. See, haven't heard from her yet this morning. I hope she makes it in okay.
Now, what Loretta would probably do is just put her vehicle at the bottom of the hill and just take a sled all the way to the bottom.
I don't blame her. You got to steer a sled on those curves.
We need to get her one of those. We need to get her one of those cameras that go on the top of her head. You know, like a
GoPro.
Like
Sounds like a good deal. All right, we're at 18 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock, and we're going to have to pay Michael's salary here in a minute and hear from some of our. Huh?
That's why I get paid the big bucks.
That's right, and we'll hear from some of our fine sponsors. And then we'll be back with more coverage of the ice storm, ice storm warning that we've been working our way through. Again, be very careful out there. It is very slick and dangerous, especially if you're on your feet and are just walking. You've got to be very, very careful, and we'll fill you in on all the latest closings and the weather and everything coming up here in just a few minutes. You're listening to Winter Storm coverage on 100.7 The Coyote and WBONTV.com.
Locally family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction is a full-service construction company offering full-service home maintenance. Bluegrass Restoration specializes in wind, fire, and water damage and mold remediation. With 24/7 emergency services, Bluegrass Restoration and Construction is here to serve you during any emergency. All their services are performed in-house with no subcontractors. No job is too big or small for Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. Give them a call at 859-353-1133.
Have you been to Rockin' Robin's yet? We have a large selection of new boutique, gently used clothing and accessories located on 451 Big Hill Avenue. EKU students get 20% off clothing with ID. Purging that closet? Bring those items in for cash on the spot. Rockin' Robin's on Big Hill Avenue. See you there.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Here are some helpful tips to get your house ready for winter. Make sure your filter is changed. Typical locations are at your air handler or furnace, in a filter grill, or an air cleaner like this. If you have other accessories on your system, like UV lights or a humidifier, now would be the time to service those. Make sure your ceiling fans are set to clockwise rotation. Go ahead and close those foundation vents. Disconnect your garden hoses from your outdoor spigots. Have Madison HVAC keep you warm this winter. Give us a call at 859-625-1471. And remember, we fix that too.
The mission at H2 Health is to create a healthcare environment where their employees and clients love to be. They offer a wide range of services including physical therapy, occupational therapy, a chronic pain program, wellness and fitness programs, dry needling, and more. H2 Health is here to get you back in the game and feeling your best with locations in Richmond, Berea, and more. Visit h2health.com to learn more and get started today at H2 Health.
Happy Valentine's Day from Leeds Fine Jewelry in Richmond. Stop by 108 East Main Street for all of your Valentine's Day gifts. Valentine's Day specials. Take 20% off of all in-stock jewelry, beautiful rings, necklaces, and pendants. Check out these beautiful 3 1/3 carat diamond studs for just $8,000 on our super sale. Have something old that you want to make new again? Leeds Fine Jewelry has express jewelry repair just in time for Valentine's Day. Leeds Fine Jewelry, locally owned, nationally known.
Land Chrysler in Richmond is Truck Town, USA. New trucks, used trucks, little trucks, big trucks, short trucks, long trucks. Hey, that's not a truck. Work trucks and fancy trucks. Who says you can't get a truck? Come on down to Van Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Richmond for your best deal today. Truck Town, USA.
I've been asked many times what's really the difference between calling just any plumber or calling a pro at Fast Flow for your underground pipe repairs. Then I got a sweet tooth and it hit me. Here's Maddie and Blake to demonstrate. Most plumbers will dig up your entire yard, making a mess that's costly and unsightly. Fast Flow will dig 2 holes and use the existing pipe as a guide to install the new, stronger liner, and you get a 20-year warranty. It's a piece of cake, right, guys?
Call Pro Fast Flow.
Game of the season. We'll talk about it coming up on a look at Kentucky basketball.
They're huge, and they're coming to the Kentucky Expo Center. Tractors bigger than your house. Hay balers the size of a Mack truck. Wheels taller than your living room. It's 1.2 million square feet of massive, powerful, heavy-duty farm equipment. And it's fun for the entire family. It's the National Farm Machinery Show, and it's bigger than ever. February 16th through the 19th. Visit farmmachineryshow.org for more information. Admission is free.
Sixth man Davian Mintz led Kentucky with 21 in the win over Vanderbilt Wednesday night. He's the 6th different Kentucky player to lead the team in scoring in the last 6 games. And the Cats have now had 6 players go for at least 20 points in a game this season. Mintz had been struggling with his shot, but he told a touching story about how he got back in the groove.
Right after the Kansas game, I was walking out the locker room, and it was this little girl. She was like probably like a young teenager, and like she's crying her eyes out as she's walking up to me, and I'm like, "What's going on?" Like, and she was just like, "I'm just so excited to meet you. This is my first time. You're my favorite player. I've been waiting a year." And I had 0 points. Like I didn't really even play a full half of a game. You know what I mean? And my heart was kind of heavy because I knew I had been struggling for a while, but like just to realize that, you know, God made me somebody that could make someone else feel special about themselves. And she couldn't even keep herself together, and that was just like, that meant so much to me that it meant so much to her. That right there is what motivates me, like that, you know, people could feel so special about themselves, and it made me work hard getting a gym, and you know, that's what turned out for today.
Absolutely love that story from Davian Mintz. That's a look at Kentucky basketball.
Coyote Country weather.
And let's take a look at the weather forecast from LEX 18 this morning. And it's brought to you by the fine folks at Nuevo Vallarta. I was just in there last Friday after the ball game down in Berea, and had a wonderful called Burrito Fiesta. It was fabulous. Stop by and see them. Nuevo Vallarta, located on Big Hill Avenue, just up from the bypass. All right, here's your forecast. It's calling for some snow, freezing rain, or sleet before 11 a.m. 28 will be the high. And then tonight, mostly cloudy, going to get way down to 13 degrees. Then tomorrow, mostly cloudy, and then the sun's going to come out tomorrow, and we'll get the high up to about 29 degrees, although our wind chill factors will be as low as 5 degrees, winds up to 20 miles per hour on Saturday. Currently, at the Coyote, we are setting on 26 degrees with cloudy skies at 25 minutes now, past the hour of 6 o'clock.
This is continuing severe weather coverage on 100.7 The Coyote.
All right, we are back. Good morning to you. Tom Zilla, Michael Watkins with you this morning, bringing you weather, road, closings, all kinds of things this morning for you in our continuous weather coverage. When the weather becomes extraordinary, so does our coverage, and this is an example of that this morning. We're also streaming this morning as well.
Yeah, we had so we turned this party of you and I into a three-way with Gage Hill, who's with us this morning. So
sounds good.
Gage Hill back there producing today's live stream. So appreciate him waking up early, like the rest, or like you're used to this. Gage and I are still trying to figure it out. But appreciate Gage coming in with us. We do have some folks telling us good morning today. Farrell Newton, Susan Long, and Carla Farthing Sowers, all saying good morning to you and I this morning. So appreciate you all tuning us in.
Good morning, folks. Thank you.
Hope you're staying safe and staying warm. And Tom, as we make it throughout the day, we're getting some updates from our WBON TV storm coverage team. Again, just to kind of underscore how easy our area got off with this huge ice threat, Jackson Energy reports no customers without power. Bluegrass Energy has about 140 we're seeing without power. Most of those Bluegrass Energy customers are in Cynthiana. So we got off pretty easy considering the threat that we had of the severe ice storm that was heading our way. I'll tell you what, I did the story yesterday on WBON TV during the newscast about the propane and how many people were getting out to gather the propane just because of the threat. Because, I mean, they were saying we could be without power. They were, reminiscing back to 2009, the big ice storm we had back then. It's kind of crazy just how different it was last night as opposed to how it was going to be or what they thought it could eventually be. So, obviously we're blessed not to get what they thought we were going to get. But still, it's always better, again, to be safe than sorry because you never know. I mean, the temperature, Mother Nature can rear its ugly head sometimes, but last night kind of let us off much easier than we thought it was going to be heading into the weekend.
Yeah, Kentucky State Police, I've just got an update from them. This is just up to 6 p.m. last night. We still had rain in the Richmond area last night, but they had already responded to 80 weather-related collisions, 57 calls for motorist assist who had slid off the roadways because of the ice and the sleet and everything that was falling to the north of us. So I'm quite sure that the Kentucky State Police stayed very, very busy throughout the overnight hours as well. And wanted to remind the folks, our social media, just on the Coyote this morning, I have shared some pictures that are on there, and we'll try to get those on the other, like Facebook and different things for you. But a really cool picture from Scott County showing the extent of the icing. They got the half-inch of ice. You can see it on the trees where the trees are bowed down, and just some incredible pictures. So go log into our Facebook pages, WBONTV.com. The Coyote 100.7 FM is our Facebook page. Our Twitter account is at WCYO-FM and at WBON TV. We'll get you both our Twitter pages as well, and we're going to be sharing quite a bit of those with you this morning.
Yeah, and looking at some of the power outages, we told you there, but we do also want to get this out there. With all Whitaker banks in Madison County today, I guess everywhere, will be opening at 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So all Whitaker banks today will be opening at 10 a.m. And I think that's probably you'll see a lot of these businesses, once they get out and see the road conditions and everything, they'll open back up for the most part. But a lot of these, banks and stuff like that, going to be operating on some hours a little bit later into the morning. So keep that in mind. I know Whitaker Bank now announcing that all Whitaker banks will open up at 10 a.m. Same with First Trust Bank. They're going to be opening up around 10 a.m. as well. But looking back at some of the power outages across the state, again, we were updating you about some of the ones here locally. Big Sandy RECC, there is over 1,300 customers without power this morning. Bluegrass Energy Cooperative, 138 without power. Clark Energy, 67. And this is some of the areas around here. There's Kenergy Corp. over 4,200 people without power with Kenergy Corp, and they serve about 32,000 people. Kentucky Utilities, who serves almost 1 million people, they've got almost 1,400 people without power. So just looking around the area, some of these power outages that are not necessarily within our coverage area, but just around the state, there appears to be right now around the state probably about 8,000 people without power. So that's big as we head into the late morning, and the majority of those are in western Kentucky. So.
All righty, Michael, thank you so much. We got a lot more for you coming up here as our winter storm coverage continues on 100.7 The Coyote and streaming online, WBONTV.com. Right now, we need to head to the Channel 9 newsroom, and Ron Likens is standing by in there, going to fix us with some local news, up-to-date local news, and it's brought to you this morning by the Berea Collision Center. When you have a car accident, you better take your car to David at the Berea Collision Center, 110 Fairground Road. Cheaper than the dealerships with the latest technology. That's the Berea Collision Center.
From the WBON TV 9 newsroom, here's what's happening. Yesterday, Governor Andy Beshear warned motorists about dangerous road conditions and asked drivers to stay off the roadways.
Due to the storm starting with rain, roads could not be treated with brine and rock salt as it simply washes away. It makes it much more difficult to treat, which means if you are out on the roads when this happens, it will be harder to get to you. So the number one message is stay off the roadways as rain, snow, and ice continue through Friday morning.
Not waiting for the storm to hit, Governor Beshear declared a state of emergency Wednesday.
I've already declared a state of emergency so we could pre-position our assets, especially to help people that might be stranded. We also have signed a price gouging order that prevents people from raising prices and taking advantage of people during this time. Contact the Attorney General's office if you see any gouging.
The governor also announced all state offices will be closed today. State Director of Kentucky Transportation Jim Gray says they are ready for this storm.
There are crews all across the state that took advantage of the gap between storms to restock salt and other materials and get their equipment ready. Upwards of 1,500 pieces of equipment are today active. Upwards of 2,000 employees in the Department of Highways activated. Our crews and our contractors will do everything that can be done to make roadways passable. The best advice remains for the public to please stay off the roadways.
Gray pointed out due to weather conditions, pre-treating the roads was not possible. For more stories like these, go to WBONTV.com. From the Channel 9 newsroom, I'm Ron Likens.
Thank you, Ron. It's 26 minutes now before the hour of 7 o'clock. You're listening to storm coverage on 100.7 The Coyote and WBONTV.com.
Are you? WBON TV 9 is proud to be your source for local news, local weather, and local sports. At WBON TV 9, we pride ourselves on being the local leader when something happens in our area. Channel 9 reaches nearly 900,000 people with our over-the-air coverage. WBON TV 9 is also the #1 source you turn to locally for news on Facebook and WBONTV.com. Now you can enjoy all the local news, weather, and sports each weekday afternoon. Join us each weekday from 5 to 5:30 for the Live at 5 newscast. It's streaming on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube channel, Roku channel, and our live player on WBONTV.com. And of course on Richmond's new and first TV channel, available on Channel 9.1 over the air, Spectrum Channel 712, and on Urban Community Television, PRTC Cable, and Crystal Broadband. WBON TV, where every local story starts here.
Experience the gorge from above and below. Start your adventure by descending into the darkness in a custom-built cave boat or kayak and wind your way through the 100-year-old flooded limestone mine. Then a zip through the forest. Get a bird's eye view soaring across the breathtaking gorge with the zip line. Top it off with a stay in a beautiful cabin from Red River Gorge Cabin Rentals. Book your stay today at redrivergorgecabinrentals.com.
Choose Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital for your health care. Consider having your preventative care such as a CT lung screening, a mammogram, or a colonoscopy at Markham and Wallace Hospital. You can feel safe to come to the hospital campus. Following CDC guidelines, our care team is doing everything possible to ensure your safety and well-being. For more information about Markham and Wallace Hospital, call 606-723-2115 or visit mercy.com.
At WBON TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here.
0-0.
Some folks still seeing a light wintry mix around early today. That goes away pretty quickly. It's a mostly cloudy sky for the balance of today. Temperatures, they will remain cold. We'll be just in the mid-20s. For tonight, clears out. It gets really cold. We're heading down to the low and mid-single digits. And by tomorrow, mostly sunny, but highs will be in the mid-20s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Mack.
On your station for Kentucky's country favorites, 100.7 The Coyote. Coyote Country.
Thank you, Bill. And your weather forecast this morning is brought to you by the fine folks at Whitaker Bank, your friendly Madison County bank with more Madison County locations than anyone, with all their branches opening at 10 a.m. this morning. It's 22 now before the hour of 8 o'clock.
Central Kentucky's Country Concert Connection, 100.7 The Coyote.
Concerts, great music, and fun.
I'm rushing it. It's 22 before 7. Hurry up and get over with.
When the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage. 100.7 The Coyote.
And we are back. Sorry about that. I got looked up real quick and went, oh my gosh, it's going on 8 already.
I thought you had used your wand and just sped up the time for us.
I'm trying. How are you, buddy? You doing all right this morning?
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't get the weather we were supposed to, Tom, or that they had predicted. I don't know if we were supposed to get it or not, but that they predicted us getting. I'm glad we didn't get the freezing rain that was predicted for us to get. And a lot of people out there that are on the roadways, just glad they were able to stay safe, and that's the big thing. Again, some of these side roads, they're not in as good a condition as the main roads. And we got that note from Chris Thorne, CT Diesel Repair this morning, talking about the road conditions and everything. Appreciate the notes there that the bypass had frozen back over. But, as we go throughout the day today, hopefully that temperature will get up high enough to where the roads can kind of, get the ice off of them. And again, I was walking through my yard this morning. You could hear the crunch of the ice underneath your feet. And the sidewalks, those are not safe. So, again, as we talked about, if you're walking on a parking lot, if you're walking on a sidewalk, if you're walking even in the grass, do be cautious of what's underneath you because there is ice out there, just not as much as we thought we were going to get.
Right. I've got some information that might be helpful for some people. If you're traveling outside of our listening area, but it's in the state of Kentucky, there is a website you can go to. It's called snowky.ky.gov. Again, that's snowky.ky.gov. And what that is that's from the Transportation Cabinet. They are out and about. They've got all the trucks out working. I do have an update from them that just came in a little bit ago. Icy travel conditions are being reported in every county across our local district here. Water on the roadways is freezing, creating hazardous driving conditions in all of our areas. Crews are still working. All routes have been already treated, and some have been treated multiple times. So they're working very, very hard for us this morning.
Yeah, we got that picture on WBON TV probably around 8:30, 9 o'clock last night as the salt trucks were gearing up to head out over there by Cracker Barrel this morning. So we know that they were out working last night. We appreciate all those folks. And, Tom, I think in situations like this, people are so spoiled with, having their electricity, with having their roads taken care of, that they can sometimes take that for granted. Those people that are out there, putting their lives on the line to treat the roads, to make sure our power gets back on if it was to go out. So we appreciate all those folks that are out there working hard and taking care of those things so that we can do our jobs and get to the places that we need to get to. So do keep those people in your thoughts as you when we see storms like this coming in. And, the Farmer's Almanac going into the winter had predicted a pretty bad winter. We've had already, record snow amounts.
Yes.
Now this ice storm that came in, again, it wasn't as bad for us, but it was still up north. They got quite a bit of ice and things like that. And I'm sure that, even though we're making our way into the early part of February now, that there is probably some more snow headed our way at some point in the next month or so.
It's it's going to be one of those years we're going to talk about. Weather-wise, that's for sure. The funny thing was, on Facebook, when they update you on what you posted from years ago, I noticed that there's been a trend, a 3-year trend on this. 3 years ago, we were having some Arctic temperatures. We were having some issues. Last year, pretty close to this time, we had the ice storm where I busted my bottom in my own parking lot, and learned a big lesson from that, by the way. When you're old, you don't want to fall. It hurts.
You need to put you like a pillow, one of those seat cushions. You need to pack it with you when you walk, so if you
tie it
fall,
on.
Yeah, you just, or get you one of those like pull floats that you put around you. That way, if maybe you just kind of tuck it underneath your backside there whenever you're walking.
I know. I learned, someone was earlier on this year when we had a little ice early, they were saying it was one of the important people, the experts were saying, if you walk like a penguin.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I can do that.
You've gotten good at those parody songs. You need to write a walk like a penguin song.
Walk like a penguin.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. Well, I have to get the zoo crew right on that.
There you go. Yeah, I'll call them up. We let them sleep in today. Listen, here's what I need to let you know. So, now that I'm in, this is the third time I've come in.
It is.
And I'm now, since we let the zoo crew off, I'm assuming the massive budget and that you have salary-wise for the zoo crew comes to me on those days that I come in. Right now, today I do have to split it with Gage.
Right.
But I figured that was okay to let the folks that take care of the paychecks know.
Yeah, whatever you want to do there, you're
okay.
You're the manager of the TV side.
So the zoo crew can the zoo crew's massive salary can come my way, and I'll give Gage a little percentage of that today as we go. We get the paychecks next time.
Okay, I hope we have automatic gates in the parking lot out there, because if they wake up and hear that, they will be mad.
We do have another update coming in. Our friends at the Berea Police Department have been out and about this morning checking the roadways in the southern part of Madison County. They are saying the roads are very slick. The road departments are keeping a watch on everything, but things are icy and slick. Berea, according to Berea's police department. So keep that in mind today as well over that way, that the roads, again, even though they are not nearly as bad as they thought they were, they are still slick, so do keep that in mind as you're heading out this morning.
We've got an interesting piece from the National Weather Service office. Now, this is the main office in the state of Kentucky, and that's in Louisville. Jackson, Kentucky, also has a National Weather Service office up at the, I called it the new airport because it was new when I worked there, but that's been, 30 years ago?
Yeah, that's my hometown, man.
I know.
Hey, speaking of, my old roommate's got us tuned in this morning. Gentry Hayes, who's up that way, and
good.
We'll see. Gentry, let us know how it's up there in eastern Kentucky. We'll see if we can get a little update on what it's like up there in Jackson.
Yeah, type us a little message in here. Anyway, I've shared it on social media this morning. It's how do you measure ice? And they give you all the ways to measure how much ice you got on your tree limbs and so forth, which I've seen people measure snow I've done that myself online and put the picture on and stuff. But you can actually measure the ice, whether it's a quarter of an inch, a half an inch, up to an inch. And they've got a picture of one here up in the Louisville area where it was over a quarter of an inch of ice. It's just right on the branch there, and you could see it in the picture. So tune into our social media accounts, WBONTV.com. We've got a Facebook page, YouTube channel. We got it all for you streaming this morning. And here on the Coyote 100.7, the Coyote, our Twitter page where I do most of my work because it's so instantaneous. We can shoot it right out, is at WCYOFM.
Yeah, and as these things come in, we've got more closings that are coming in, so we'll continue to update those as we go throughout the broadcast this morning. Our buddy Michael Higginbotham saying good morning to you and I, and he gives an update that EKU is online today as well. Tommy, we're talking about Moorhead and UK. EKU is also online this morning, and it's probably safe because I'm sure that the sidewalks and the passageways there on campus are going to be slick and stuff like that this morning. So keep that in mind as well, that if you're out and about, again, the sidewalks and things like that are going to be the place that you need to pay the most attention to because of the ice that are on those. And a lot of these college campuses in the nearby area have gone online for that reason.
All right. It is about 13 before 7 o'clock. Continuous coverage of the weather situation for you here on 100.7 The Coyote, as well as WBONTV.com and all of our streaming platforms here this morning. Appreciate our producer, Gage Hill, working hard back in the control room this morning, early in the morning.
He's not working hard. He had his feet propped up back there, and he's the only one that got breakfast. He didn't even bring us anything this morning.
He brought breakfast?
For himself?
Oh, I was going to see if we could talk him into after a while running and getting us some donuts or something.
Well, we'll see if we can send him out.
Yeah,
he's got to listen. I always say it takes a lot to make you and I look and sound good.
Yeah,
and he's by himself this morning, so it's going to be a lot more difficult to make us look and sound good when it's just him back there on that side.
I figure with icy roads and side streets and stuff, he could probably get down there and get through the drive-through and grab a dozen donuts and be back in 10 minutes.
It does sound good, but I'll tell you what, if I was to eat donuts this morning,
you'd be out like a light.
Yeah. Well, you'd see, you have to wake me up after the commercial break's over.
Stay safe out there, folks. If you got to go out, you need to bundle up. We do have wind today. They're saying that we could have wind chills into the single digits with it already in the 20s. And so be very, very, very careful. Wrap up good. And another thing, don't do what I did when I was a teenager. I had gotten a car from my stepdad for $50. Man, that kind of ages how old I am. Be equivalent to about $5,000 now. But I got this old car. It didn't have any floorboards. And I can remember I had to park it outside. So the first icing that we got, the ice was all over the windshield. I was a little late. I had to get to work. I was working at my stepdad's gas station in Dayton, Ohio area. And so I went in and I warmed up some water on the stove and went out and I threw it all over that ice on my windshield. And it got the job done, but it also, I noticed that all of a sudden there was this big crack across my windshield. So you can damage your car doing that. So be patient, plan for 10 extra minutes and let that defrost work for you, and as that car heats up, it's going to melt that all off. I waited 5 minutes this morning and then scraped, and it was very easy.
This look at the history of Tom Zilla is brought to you by. Yeah, but that's true, and a lot. You might think that something like that would work, and it did, as you said, but there's
consequences.
Yeah, now I'll tell you what I did last night. I actually put a rug over my window, and then a lid to a tote, like one of those storage totes.
I like that.
Put a lid and a rug. I was just trying to find something to kind of protect the window so I could come
right on.
I like to sleep until the absolute last possible second that I can so I can get in here this morning. So instead of trying to wait out the defrost and scraping the windshield this morning. I just put a rug and a tote lid over top of the window. But things like that, I've seen people use cardboard boxes kind of folded up and stuck on the window. I've seen people use like blankets. If it's an old blanket, maybe you just throw it, or maybe a towel. Something like that would be good to kind of just throw over the windshield, and that was what I did last night, and it worked for us. So
I'm going to, while you're with me here, so you can wish happy birthdays too, I'll run through these birthdays this morning real quick. Don't have all the extras this morning because of our storm coverage, but just want to send a shout out. Birthdays today. Mike Conrad, 55, over in Irvin today. And Derek Menk of Richmond is 30 years old today. Also, Lexi Schaus celebrating a birthday, 21 in Richmond today. And Don Parker in Berea is 40. Kathy Dawes in Irvin, 43. Jack Walling, Ravenna, 58. Lance Gaither of Danville is 25 today.
Oh, Lance used to work with us at WBO.
He did. Sherry Hodges of Irvin, 51. Saturday birthdays, Trina Miller, Ravenna. Christina Powell, Irvin, 34. Kimberly Smith of Ravenna, 44. Clayton Mills of Irvin, 38. And then on Sunday, Jeremy Short of Jackson, Kentucky, 35. Debbie Little of Stanton, 66. Anthony Smith of Stanton, 49. We got a ton of listeners in Clay City, Stanton area. We appreciate all of you guys listening in. And you can watch WBON TV streaming. You can see how ugly Michael and I are by just going to the streaming services.
Well, the bad thing about waking up this early is the makeup crew.
Yeah, they're not in.
They're not in this morning. So that was the hard part when we got into the office. And, I was trying to dress warm. Instead of dressing, I do got my WBON TV vest.
I do like that. I like that a lot. Yeah.
So but here's the thing: you get me this morning. You get Gage. We are a much more better dressed operating crew than the zoo crew normally is.
They don't. So. Yeah, you should see them. It looks like a off day on the beach.
Not in a good way, right?
And they do that in the winter. Okay, we're going to take a break and pay the light bill, and then we'll be back with more coverage here. We've got Ron Likens, ABC News, top of the hour coming up in just a little bit. It's continuing storm coverage here on 100.7 The Coyote.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then, in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Coyote, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are gonna drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's gonna put the work in the first place?
Love is in the air, and Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Chenault Vineyards has everything you need for the perfect Valentine's celebration. For just $65, enjoy dinner for two and live music on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. On Valentine's Day Monday, enjoy the murder mystery dinner party for just $85. Chenault Vineyards also has chocolate-covered strawberries available for pickup or delivery, and a 4-course menu all 4 nights. Follow Chenault Vineyards on Facebook and Instagram to learn more about the Valentine's Day celebration at Chenault Vineyards in Richmond.
The Old West, the way you remember it. Good guys and bad guys.
Come and join us as we watch and talk about the best of the West.
Western movies, TV shows, and more.
Draw Western Theater, Saturdays at 1 p.m.
Here on Richmond's very own Channel 9.
Locally family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction is a full-service construction company offering full-service home maintenance. Bluegrass Restoration specializes in wind, fire, and water damage and mold remediation. With 24/7 emergency services, Bluegrass Restoration and Construction is here to serve you during any emergency. All their services are performed in-house with no subcontractors. No job is too big or small for Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. Give them a call at 859-353-1133.
Have you been to Rockin' Robin's yet? We have a large selection of new boutique, gently used clothing and accessories located on 451 Big Hill Avenue. EKU students get 20% off clothing with ID. Purging that closet? Bring those items in for cash on the spot. Rockin' Robin's on Big Hill Avenue. See you there.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Here are some helpful tips to get your house ready for winter. Make sure your filter is changed. Typical locations are at your air handler or furnace, in a filter grill, or an air cleaner like this. If you have other accessories on your system, like UV lights or a humidifier, now would be the time to service those. Make sure your ceiling fans are set to clockwise rotation. Go ahead and close those foundation vents. Disconnect your garden hoses from your outdoor spigots. Have Madison HVAC keep you warm this winter. Give us a call at 859-625-1471. And remember, we fix that too.
The mission at H2 Health is to create a healthcare environment where their employees and clients love to be. They offer a wide range of services including physical therapy, occupational therapy, a chronic pain program, wellness and fitness programs, dry needling, and more. H2 Health is here to get you back in the game and feeling your best with locations in Richmond, Berea, and more. Visit h2health.com to learn more and get started today at H2 Health.
Things here. We do have, continuing to add to the closings and cancellations update on the WBON TV Facebook page. So go over there and check that out. And folks, people are seeing a lot of these photos that are being posted by people in the local police departments and roads that just look wet. So keep in mind not to be fooled. That the temperatures are well below freezing. The roadways are freezing. There is ice and sleet all across the area. It may be a thin glaze, but that doesn't make any difference if you start sliding in a vehicle. The roads look clear, but that's the definition of black ice. So keep that in mind this morning as you go throughout the day.
Got a note in here from the Madison County Clerk's Office. They are on a 2-hour delay due to the inclement weather this morning, so they will not be opening until 10 a.m. this morning. So the Madison County Clerk's Office hours for today will be 10 a.m. until 4:30 p.m.
Yeah, and that's a lot of the government offices that will not be opening up until 10 a.m. today. So keep that in mind if you're needing to go somewhere downtown. And I know a lot of the places, again, I think one of the district courts, I believe, had canceled everything for today just to be safe, and a lot of the places were closing early yesterday,
right,
too. And, again, it's better to be safe than sorry because a lot of these folks, that aren't used to walking on ice, it's very easy to fall and slip and get injured. So keep that in mind as we go throughout the day today, just to give yourself more time, even, traveling to your destination, but also walking to your destination. If you're needing to be at the doctor's office, give yourself about 10 or 15 minutes extra time to get there, but also to walk from your vehicle into the business or wherever you're going to, just to be safe and not have to kind of rush into the building.
Michael, in a second, if you would, kind of update us on the road conditions, not only in the Richmond area, but the Irvin and Berea area. I know we've had a lot of reports from a lot of people, but before we go to that, just want to remind everyone that coming up at the top of the hour, we've got ABC News and then local news from the Channel 9 newsroom with Mr. Ron Likens, and then it'll be our first look at traffic, which I can tell you on a sneak peek a minute ago, it's not looking too bad this morning, so you're doing a fantastic job of staying off the roadways and allowing the crews out there to put the treatment down and get the roads back in working order as quickly as possible. So how are those roads this morning?
Looks like the roads, again, drivable, but there is some issues with the black ice and things. It may look like the roads are just wet, but that is a thin layer of ice that is on the road. So if you're taking a turn, be careful if you're taking a turn into a business. Maybe you're going across the main road, whatever the case may be. So don't gun your vehicle.
Right.
Just like step on the gas, kind of coast your way in there, and be careful, because you can slide fairly easily this morning. And we're getting some updates. I was talking about the roads up there up in eastern Kentucky. Up there in Breathitt County, Gentry just chiming in that he just checked outside and they've got a little slush on the road, but no ice on anything as of early this morning. And Joe Spivey asking how things are in Richmond and Berea. Joe, if you go on the WBON TV Facebook page, we've got the Hill Tire Cam up there from over at Clay's Ferry. You can see how things are on Clay's Ferry Bridge. And there are the Berea and Richmond Police Department have both been out checking roads this morning. There's pictures up on their pages just kind of showing you what things look like there. So do keep that in mind as well. You can go over to our Facebook page and see all the different photos from around Richmond and Berea to get an idea on how things look. There's a shot of Big Hill Avenue there and some other places downtown here in Richmond, just to give you an idea of what those road conditions look like.
All right, thank you, Michael. We'll be back with more for you of our continued coverage from the winter storm here on 100.7 The Coyote and streaming on WBONTV.com.
Happy Valentine's Day from Leeds Fine Jewelry in Richmond. Stop by 108 East Main Street for all of your Valentine's Day gifts. Valentine's Day specials. Take 20% off of all in-stock jewelry, beautiful rings, necklaces, and pendants. Check out these beautiful 3 1/3 carat diamond studs for just $8,000 on our super sale. Have something old that you want to make new again? Leeds Fine Jewelry has express jewelry repair just in time for Valentine's Day. Leeds Fine Jewelry, locally owned, nationally known.
Man Chrysler in Richmond is Truck Town, USA. New trucks, used trucks, little trucks, big trucks, short trucks, long trucks. Hey, that's not a truck. Work trucks and fancy trucks. Who says you can't get a truck? Come on down to Man Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Richmond for your best deal today. Truck Town, USA.
I've been asked many times what's really the difference between calling just any plumber or calling a pro at Fast Flow for your underground pipe repairs. Then I got a sweet tooth and it hit me. Here's Maddie and Blake to demonstrate. Most plumbers will dig up your entire yard, making a mess that's costly and unsightly. Fast Flow will dig 2 holes and use the existing pipe as a guide to install the new, stronger liner, and you get a 20-year warranty. It's a piece of cake, right, guys?
Call Pro Fast Flow!
WBON TV9 is proud to be your source for local news, local weather, and local sports. At WBON TV9, we pride ourselves on being the local leader when something happens in our area. Channel 9 reaches nearly 900,000 people with our over-the-air coverage. WBON TV9 is also the #1 source you turn to locally for news on Facebook and WBONTV.com. Now you can enjoy all the local news, weather, and sports each weekday afternoon. Join us each weekday from 5 to 5:30 for the Live at 5 newscast. It's streaming on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube channel, Roku channel, and our live player on WBONTV.com.
WBON TV9 Newsroom, here's what's happening. Thursday evening, a gas leak caused evacuation for residents from Boone Village subdivision and the area of Ruth and Rebecca Drive. Madison County EMA officials and Whitehall fire units worked together to coordinate efforts with the gas company. Workers from the Columbia Gas did fix the problem and allowed residents to return to their home. The cause of that gas leak is unknown. Governor Andy Beshear is asking motorists to stay off the highways unless it's an emergency. With highways less congested, road crews will be able to clear roadways at a faster pace. It's Kentucky, and that means along with the freezing rain, ice, and snow, there's also flooding. In Madison County, Boonesboro Road, State Road 388, Red House Old Boonesboro Road are flooded along with Union City Road. From the Channel 9 Newsroom, I'm Ron Likens.
Thank you, Ron. 7:05 a.m. We'll be back with more of our live storm coverage here with Michael Watkins and myself, and that's coming up here in just a few minutes. Traffic as well here on 100.7 The Coyote and streaming on WBONTV.com.
And of course on Richmond's new and first TV channel, available on Channel 9.1 over the air, Spectrum Channel 712, and on Urban Community Television, PRTC Cable, and Crystal Broadband. WBON TV, where every local story starts here.
Experience the gorge from above and below. Start your adventure by descending into the darkness in a custom-built cave boat or kayak and wind your way through the 100-year-old flooded limestone mine. Then, a zip through the forest. Get a bird's-eye view soaring across the breathtaking gorge with the zip line. Top it off with a stay in a beautiful cabin from Red River Gorge Cabin Rentals. Book your stay today at redrivergorgecabinrentals.com.
Choose Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital for your health care. Consider having your preventative care such as a CT lung screening, a mammogram, or a colonoscopy at Markham and Wallace Hospital. You can feel safe to come to the hospital campus. Following CDC guidelines, our care team is doing everything possible to ensure your safety and well-being. For more information about Markham and Wallace Hospital, call 606-723-2115 or visit mercy.com.
At WBON TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Coyote, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repairs, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see.
Well, if you're out and about and you see something during our coverage this morning, the best way to get to us rather than a phone call would be to comment. WBON TV, our live stream, there's places for you to comment there. I'll bring Michael in on that. And how do they give us information if they see an accident or a slide off or something like that?
Yeah, you can send that to us on the WBON TV inbox. You can just send that to us in a message, and we'll get that out there to the folks. We've seen people coming in with some closings or some delays for some of their businesses in the inbox. And there's also a Facebook post on the WBON TV Facebook page that you can comment that information on as well for the folks there to see that. So that's some of the ways that you can communicate with us. If you see something going on, just go ahead and do that, and we'll get that out there to the masses.
Appreciate it, Michael. We've got right now cloudy skies and 25 degrees. Our humidity 97%. We are getting some light snow flurry activity around Coyote Country, and our precipitation right now is at 63%. So it's winter, folks, at 9 minutes past 7 o'clock. Let's go ahead and check out the latest LEX 18 Storm Tracker forecast.
Some folks still seeing a light wintry mix around early today. That goes away pretty quickly. It's a mostly cloudy sky for the balance of today. Temperatures, they will remain cold. We'll be just in the mid-20s. For tonight, clears out. It gets really cold. We're heading down to the low and mid-single digits. And by tomorrow, mostly sunny, but highs will be in the mid-20s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Mack.
On your station for Kentucky's country favorites, 100.7 The Coyote. Coyote Country.
This is continuing severe weather coverage on 100.7 The Coyote.
I love his voice.
You don't like mine?
I like your voice too, but man, he's got that authority.
Authority.
Voice. Authority.
Come and get up here. He's got authority on that voice.
Oh my God, they go Kenny.
No, they killed Kenny.
We have way too much fun in the morning.
It's true, but you have to do that to stay awake sometimes.
Yeah.
I think both of us, honestly, as I look at you people, we're streaming. I honestly think that if they put hammocks in like the next studio, we could take shifts and get some good sleep in the morning like this.
Well, we could do 24/7 coverage and just take
just
shifts
stay
that way.
here.
We do have the couch back there.
Yeah, we need a shower though. We'll have to renovate one of the bathrooms and put a shower in there.
I'll put a call in to the WBON TV budget team and see if we can get that worked on.
Yeah, the board of directors. They'll. I know one lady that will probably give that a thumbs down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay though. Well, we can go home and shower and just come back.
The good thing is that you and I live pretty close. Engage as well. We're all probably 5 minutes away from the station.
Yes.
That's one good thing about it. And even whenever we've had snow on the roads, you and I have been able to make our way in here. This is our third time doing this, Tom, and we appreciate all the folks that are watching and listening wherever you're at. We appreciate you tuning us in, and we're here to let you know what's going on, where things are, and just trying to provide you some coverage to help you all stay safe and help you stay in the loop with what's going on around the area. That's what we're here for. And if you see something going on, there are plenty of ways to let us know. You can just send us a message on the WBON TV inbox. That comes right to our phones. We can let you know, what's going on. And there are some pictures that Gage has got of the Berea Police Department that they put up for us, so we can run through some of those as well up on the stream. So, when you look at some of the areas in Berea and Richmond and the road conditions, again, there's a thin layer of ice on the road. The vehicles will go through it, but if you're taking a turn, if you're taking a big curve, a sharp curve, just be careful when doing that, because that's when you can kind of start to slide, your vehicle can start to drift. And, even speaking for myself, Tom, even if you know in your mind that is a possibility, when it starts to happen, you can easily, overcorrect or maybe have a slight freak out for the moment, and that's when things kind of go awry. You can you're fine, and then all of a sudden things change, and that's when accidents can happen, or your vehicle can kind of drift off the roadway. So just give yourself some time. Don't be in a hurry to get anywhere this morning, and keep that in mind as we go throughout the day. An 80% chance of snow showers, freezing rain, and sleet before 11 a.m. today. That's a high percentage.
Yeah, they call that a driving okey doke, don't they?
Oh yeah, don't be taking my line now. Don't be the okey doke.
That's for sports only.
There we
right?
go. Well, we can use it here, I guess. You see if a vehicle's sliding, they're pulling the okey doke. That's not a good thing, though. In sports, it's a good thing.
I have a personal experience with ice from Friday night, coming back from the game in Berea.
Yeah, last Friday?
Yes. I got off at the first exit there.
Duncannon.
Duncannon Lane there by the new Hucks that they've got. Man, that building is big. Wow. Yeah. Anyway, I was going up and it was uphill. And I was going up, and then I noticed that the van, although I was moving, and I was maybe 35, 40 mile an hour, I noticed it started, because of the slant, it started moving to the right a little bit, and I was going off the road, and I wasn't sliding. I was just the momentum of the gravity was pulling me. Well, when I got off to the right side, my right rear tire hit a hole, and when it did that, it threw the front end to the left, and I started one of the okey dokes and did what I was taught when I was very young by my dad in a Kroger parking lot, that you steer into your skid, which I did, and it straightened right up, and I was okay. I had to clean my pants out after I got home, but other than that, it was all right.
Yeah, the ice storm warning that we had, getting some messages here from the WBON TV weather team. The ice storm warning was canceled earlier, but we remain under a winter weather advisory until 10 a.m. this morning. So keep that in mind as we go throughout the day. We're nearing that 10 o'clock hour, a few hours away from that now. Also, Tom, we do have a a day in weather history. So we've got this from the WBON TV weather team and the National Weather Service. This day in weather history. In 1996, when Tom Zilla was just a little young pup.
Yeah.
The coldest temperature for the month of February at the National Weather Service office near Jackson, where you and I began our careers, occurred. So the coldest temperature for the month of February at the National Weather Service office near Jackson occurred on this day in 1996. 8 degrees below zero was the part of a 4-day cold spell and set not only the daily record low temperature, but also the monthly record for the site. A daily high minimum temperature was also set on this date in 1996 with a reading of 9 degrees and was also the monthly high minimum temperature record. All these records remain intact today, and climate records for Jackson date back to 1981. So,
wow.
This day in history, the coldest temperature for the month of February at the National Weather Service office near Jackson occurred back in 1996.
That's crazy.
8 degrees below zero. I don't think I could handle that.
That's the actual air temperature. That's not wind chill.
Yeah, that's the air temperature. Yeah.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, 90 seconds your skin could freeze in that type of temperature,
Probably,
something like that, yeah.
So
Your body heat does a good job of keeping you from freezing, but the longer you're out, that's when hypothermia can set in, and in those kind of temperatures, it can set in rapidly.
I like to be cold when I sleep, but that's it. Any other time, I don't want to be cold. And even like this morning, it was cold, but it was bearable. You could get to your vehicles and not have to worry about putting on a bunch of layers. 8 degrees below zero. Yeah, I'm not coming in at 6 o'clock in the morning, that's for sure. Now, maybe I might stay all night, stay here, but I'm not going to get out in that.
Yeah, it was cold this morning, that's for sure. I didn't wear a hat, which I should have, but I had it with me, but didn't feel like I needed it after I scraped without it this morning. So, very good. Let's see. Power outages. We got away pretty scantily here as far as the ice storm is concerned for power outages. I can see, Michael, that Jackson County is reporting 0 power outages. That is really good news.
Yeah, the last time you and I were on the air, we had a ton of outages with, Jackson Energy from up there, and that covers a lot of the eastern Kentucky areas that we're in. And that was a big news for us today as we came on the air. No power outages. Just to give you an idea of exactly kind of how we skated by on this thing, to underscore how easy our area got off with this ice threat. Jackson Energy reports no customers without power.
That's awesome.
And Bluegrass Energy has about 140 without power that they were seeing where they are now. Most of those Bluegrass Energy customers are in Cynthiana. So here locally, again, not many people, or nobody really affected with power outages, which is a big thing because that was a major concern. Now, I did see, again, a lot of Facebook friends over there in Estill County. I did see last night that there was some power flicking on and off over near West Irvin in that area. People were commenting and posting about that on Facebook. But I don't think the power ever went out over there. That was a big thing for those folks over there in Estill County last night who, as far as our coverage area goes, especially here super local, Estill County has been hit hard by so many, storms and floods and the tornadoes that have come by. So those people over there in Estill County have had enough of the weather stuff. So thankfully, with this storm that came in last night and yesterday, that they weren't affected as much as they had been in recent weather storms.
I know, that's a good thing. We've been talking about snow and ice and those frigid temperatures from 1996. How about something warm to think about real quick this morning? You ready? You're not even talking to me.
Oh, I'm zoned in, man.
Okay, I like that.
So
all right,
you got Hawaii or something on the?
No, you can get your 2022 fishing license at the Madison County Clerk's office. You can get them today in Richmond or the Berea branch starting at 10 o'clock, 10 to 4:30. They're open today. Yeah.
Fishing, it's right around the corner.
Yeah, and you can purchase it online too, I understand now, which is really a good thing. You can go online and check that out. It's Kentucky government site, and you can purchase your fishing license.
You go fishing a lot?
I like to fish. I haven't been much here. I one day was just out cruising around, went over by the lake, and noticed how many people that sat around the banks of the lake down there.
Lake Reba and stuff,
and fish. And some do pretty good. Some catch some pretty big fish in there. So,
Tom, we were talking about Estill County there a moment ago. We do want to put this out. So we were talking about them not being affected as of right now. The flood advisory is still active to remind everyone about for Estill County, Sheriff in Ravenna and Heidelberg affecting Lee County. Kentucky River is expected to crest right at flood stage at 21 feet. This will affect those notorious low-lying roads like Red Lake, Millers Creek, Dark Hollow Road, Nolan Creek, and some others in Estill County. Also, flooded bypasses refer friends in Powell County affecting Clay City, especially around Pompey Road, Maple Street, out by the Red River Ranch, and the usual places there. And the flood advisory for Estill and Lee County runs through Monday morning, Powell County through Sunday morning. There are 2 to 3 inches of rain in the last couple of days, so that could be where that issue lies. We're not out of the woods yet over there in Estill, Lee, and Powell County, and there could be some issues over there. So keep that in mind for those folks in those areas that with the river cresting, that there still could be some flood issuing there through the weekend. So just keep that in mind. If you see water on the road, do not try to go past it or go through it.
Michael, just real quick, got an update on that ice on I-75 that was reported earlier. 97.8 mile marker on the northbound side. There is some ice on the roadway there. It's still there. State salt truck should be coming through there any moment to help with that situation. So be aware of that if you're northbound on the I. Once you cross the bridge, the Clays Ferry Bridge, and are on up the road there, looks to be like about 1/10 of a mile. Once you crest the top of that hill, you're going to see a little bit of ice on the roadway on the northbound side. Be very careful there, and it's reported as black ice. So somebody might have lost the back end there as they went around that curve. So be careful, very careful. All right, are you ready to take another break?
I'm just a follower, man. You're the leader.
All right, I've got to pay Gage's salary here this morning.
Man,
so
we're gonna play a bunch of commercials.
We got at least 2 hours worth to go through. All right, our continued coverage of the winter weather coverage with the ice storm and everything here with traffic and so forth will continue here in just a few minutes on 100.7 The Coyote and on WBONTV.com.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury. I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are going to drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's going to put the work in the first place?
Love is in the air and Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Chenault Vineyards has everything you need for the perfect Valentine's celebration. For just $65, enjoy dinner for two and live music on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. On Valentine's Day Monday, enjoy the murder mystery dinner party for just $85. Chenault Vineyards also has chocolate-covered strawberries available for pickup or delivery and a 4-course menu all 4 nights. Follow Chenault Vineyards on Facebook and Instagram to learn more about the Valentine's Day celebration at Chenault Vineyards in Richmond.
The Old West, the way you remember it. Good guys and bad guys.
Come and join us as we watch and talk about the best of the West.
Western movies, TV shows, and more.
Draw Western Theaters, Saturdays at 1 p.m.
Here on Richmond's very own Channel 9.
Locally family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction is a full-service construction company offering full-service home maintenance. Bluegrass Restoration specializes in wind, fire, and water damage and mold remediation. With 24/7 emergency services, Bluegrass Restoration and Construction is here to serve you during any emergency. All their services are performed in-house with no subcontractors. No job is too big or small for Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. Give them a call at 859-353-1133.
Have you been to Rockin' Robin's yet? We have a large selection of new boutique, gently used clothing and accessories located on 451 Big Hill Avenue. EKU students get 20% off clothing with ID. Purging that closet? Bring those items in for cash on the spot. Rockin' Robin's on Big Hill Avenue. See you there.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Here are some helpful tips to get your house ready for winter. Make sure your filter is changed. Typical locations are at your air handler or furnace, in a filter grill, or an air cleaner like this. If you have other accessories on your system, like UV lights or a humidifier, now would be the time to service those. Make sure your ceiling fans are set to clockwise rotation. Go ahead and close those foundation vents. Disconnect your garden hoses from your outdoor spigots. Have Madison HVAC keep you warm this winter. Give us a call at 859-625-1471. And remember, we fix that too.
The mission at H2 Health is to create a healthcare environment where their employees and clients love to be. They offer a wide range of services including physical therapy, occupational therapy, a chronic pain program, wellness and fitness programs, dry needling, and more. H2 Health is here to get you back in the game and feeling your best with locations in Richmond, Berea, and more. Visit h2health.com to learn more and get started today at H2 Health.
Happy Valentine's Day from Leeds Fine Jewelry in Richmond. Stop by 108 East Main Street for all of your Valentine's Day gifts. Valentine's Day specials. Take 20% off of all in-stock jewelry, beautiful rings, necklaces, and pendants. Check out these beautiful 3 1/3 carat diamond studs for just $8,000 on our super sale. Have something old that you want to make new again? Leeds Fine Jewelry has express jewelry repair just in time for Valentine's Day. Leeds Fine Jewelry, locally owned.
Cloudy. The sun will start shining in the afternoon. Our high should be 29 degrees. Again, with winds up to 20 miles an hour, that could give us wind chills as low as 5 degrees. Currently at your Coyote Country Studios, we remain with cloudy skies, a little bit of snow flurry activity in our eastern coverage area, and it's cloudy here at the Coyote.
WBONTV.com and local Channel 9 want your news tips. Wherever you are at in Central and Eastern Kentucky, we want it covered for you. If you witness breaking news or have an idea for a local feature story, email me, Marissa Hempel, directly at marissa@WBONTV.com. Send any releases, pics, or videos as well to marisa@WBONTV.com. Thanks for watching and listening to WBON-TV, Channel 9, and all of your Wallingford radio stations.
This is continuing severe weather coverage on 100.7 The Coyote.
I still love his voice, man. Severe coverage on the... You know, he could say anything and make it sound good, I think.
Bacon cheese sandwich.
Oh, yeah. How about some donuts this morning?
Nah, that does sound good.
How are you, sir? Good morning.
It's been a good morning, obviously. Like, anytime you and I get together, it's always a fun time. Zilla?
We do have a great time, and the good news this morning, this is the positive news, in Coyote Country, our northern listening area got hit a little harder than here in the Richmond area, and on down south and southeast of us got unscathed in a lot of places, so that's a good thing.
Better to be safe than sorry, though. As we look at all these closings that we've got, we'll be running through that list here again here in a few moments, but, you know, I think that we got off obviously a lot better than we thought we were going to. But for all those folks that were preparing, I think it just goes to show you in the day and age of social media that it sometimes it can be a bad thing depending on how you use it. But in times like that, when everybody is trying to figure out what's going on and figure out where things are coming in at, it's good to have social media for reasons like this, to show you, the roadways, to show you exactly what it's like out there, and to let you know. I remember when I was young, Tom, sitting there in front of the TV waiting for, my school to go by. Are we closed?
Yeah.
Are we on delay? What's the options here? Now they call you. Like they call, I say, hey, stay home. We're not having school tomorrow. We didn't have that luxury back when we were little. So
it was like watching the NBA draft when we were young.
If you looked away for any moment and you missed, then you got to wait the whole loop to go
cycle,
back around. So those days are long gone now. You can just pop it up, see what it looks like. If your school is out, right there it is. I can go back to sleep now. You don't have to. I remember waking up, taking a shower, getting ready for school, and then like, oh, we got a 2-hour delay. I can go back to sleep. Now you wake up, you check Facebook, and you go back to sleep in 5 minutes. So
they've done a good job using social media too, as far as education is concerned. They now have their own Twitter page.
Yeah.
They've got their own website, and they tweet out. I get from the school I worked at before I came to work here about 4 years ago. I still get school closings sent to me from them. I've never taken my number off the list. I need to do that while I'm thinking about it. But yeah, it's everything's electronic and instant information now, which is a good thing.
Some of these closings that we have today: Estill County Schools closed today. No NTI day for Estill County Schools. Madison County Public Library is closed for the remainder of the day yesterday, and all materials with a due date through this Sunday have been extended through the weekend. So if you had a book that was due back today, tomorrow, or Sunday, need to bring that back in on Monday now. The Bechtold Family Dentistry closed today. And then Downtown Beauties, which is not the name of Your and I morning show, even though it should be. We should have our own morning show called Downtown Beauties.
Yes.
But Downtown Beauties, which is a hair salon here in Richmond, is closed today. Also, some of these schools, Jackson County schools closed Friday, NTI day for them. The Madison County Health Department will be closed all day today. Obviously, some of these schools, most of those folks know about schools being closed by now. Make and Take Crafts in Berea, slated for Saturday, has been pushed back 2 weeks. So Make and Take Crafts, which was scheduled for tomorrow, will now be 2 weeks from tomorrow. Fayette Circuit Court, Fayette Family Court, and Fayette District Court all closed today. And the Garrett County Courthouse, Judicial Center, County Attorney, and PVA will all be closed today as well.
All right, that's the latest thus far. We'll be back after the news and a few messages from our fine sponsors here. You're listening to Storm Team coverage here on 100.7 The Coyote and streaming on WBON TV.com. Your local news this hour is brought to you by the fine folks at the Berea Collision Center. Friendly, fast, and affordable. When you need auto body repair, call David at the Berea Collision Center, 985-2583.
What's happening. Although there might not be as much icing as first predicted, Director of the State EMA, Michael Dorsett, asked residents not to let your guard down.
Don't let your guard down. Whether this is a reduced amount of icing, any icing is bad. We have our power cooperatives and our private sector vendors in the EOC as we speak. They're watching this by the hour, and they've staged company assets for mutual aid, and they're ready to respond. But any icing is bad icing. So this can still be an extreme event, and it can still turn into a life-threatening event.
Dorsett also announced multiple staging areas that will help road crews clear roadways. Nearly 2,000 Kentucky residents remain without power in Louisville and surrounding areas. KU and LGE reports 88 different outages affecting 1,472 homes. Bluegrass Energy is reporting 5 outages affecting several hundred customers. Clark Energy has 4 outages, leaving several hundred without power. Never try to move a down power line and immediately report the situation to the electric provider. In Kentucky, winter storms brings down power lines and power outages. If you're using a generator during a power outage, Richmond Fire spokesperson Corey Lewis says there are a few safety guidelines to follow.
Generators should always be used outside of the home. You never want to put them close to windows or doors or vent openings, because it can be, even the exhaust can be sucked into your home. So you want to use them away.
Keep all equipment in a well-ventilated space and always follow the manufacturer's recommendation. From the Channel 9 Newsroom, I'm Ron Likens.
Man Chrysler in Richmond is Truck Town, USA. New trucks, used trucks, little trucks, big trucks, short trucks, long trucks. Hey, that's not a truck. Work trucks and fancy trucks. Who says you can't get a truck? Come on down to Man Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Richmond for your best deal today. Truck Town, USA.
I've been asked many times what's really the difference between calling just any plumber or calling a pro at Fast Flow for your underground pipe repairs. Then I got a sweet tooth and it hit me. Here's Maddie and Blake to demonstrate. Most plumbers will dig up your entire yard, making a mess that's costly and unsightly. Fast Flow will dig 2 holes and use the existing pipe as a guide to install the new, stronger liner, and you get a 20-year warranty. It's a piece of cake, right, guys?
Call Pro Fast Flow!
WBON TV9 is proud to be your source for local news, local weather, and local sports. At WBON TV9, we pride ourselves on being the local leader when something happens in our area. Channel 9 reaches nearly 900,000 people with our over-the-air coverage. WBON TV9 is also the #1 source you turn to locally for news on Facebook and WBONTV.com. Now you can enjoy all the local news, weather, and sports each weekday afternoon. Join us each weekday from 5 to 5:30 for the Live at 5 newscast. It's streaming on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube channel, Roku channel, and our live player on WBONTV.com. And of course on Richmond's new and first TV channel, available on Channel 9.1 over the air, Spectrum Channel 712, and on Urban Community Television, PRTC Cable, and Crystal Broadband. WBON TV, where every local story starts here.
Experience the gorge from above and below. Start your adventure by descending into the darkness in a custom-built cave boat or kayak and wind your way through the 100-year-old flooded limestone mine. Then, a zip through the forest. Get a bird's-eye view soaring across the breathtaking gorge with the zip line. Top it off with a stay in a beautiful cabin from Red River Gorge Cabin Rentals. Book your stay today at redrivergorgecabinrentals.com.
Choose Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital for your health care. Consider having your preventative care such as a CT lung screening, a mammogram, or a colonoscopy at Markham and Wallace Hospital. You can feel safe to come to the hospital campus. Following CDC guidelines, our care team is doing everything possible to ensure your safety and well-being. For more information about Markham and Wallace Hospital, call 606-723-2115 or visit mercy.com.
This time, everybody's taking heed and staying in like they have been asked to do, staying off the roadways unless it's absolutely necessary. Now, as we look out, they've got that ice situation there north of the Clays Ferry Bridge on northbound I-75. They've got that taken care of. No more reports have come in for the last 40 minutes or so, so that's always a good thing. Getting good reports on the parkways this morning, as well as I-64. Over near Moorhead, you can see a lot of the sleet and slush on the sides of the interstate, but looking really good. And down near Slade, got a photo shot come in from one of our viewers. and it shows that the roadway is clear, and that they got a little bit of just some sleet slush there on the sides of the roadway. So looks like all your roads are looking good this morning. And watch out for black ice, Michael. It's out there.
Yeah, on that shot from Teddy Hunt there going up Slade Hill, you can see there is a little bit of the slush and some snow ice maybe on the road. There's like one little pathway where people have been trying. And how many times have you and I mean, Slade, I feel like I could drive up Slade with my eyes closed. I've driven that road so many times. But you can see a tractor trailer coming down the hill at Slade as Teddy goes up that way. So appreciate that, Teddy Hunt. Thank you for letting us see that photo there. We'll try to get that up on the live stream as well. But it's just, again, the roads are dangerous still. They are drivable, but again, give yourself plenty of time no matter where you're traveling to this morning, and keep that in mind as we go throughout the day today.
Now, Michael, we usually ask people to call in if they see something, but this is a little different this morning. Where can they send information if they see a traffic accident, slide off, other things like that?
If you're listening to us, if you're watching, folks, wherever you're doing, if you're listening on the Coyote or watching on WBON TV, you can use both of those Facebook pages, the Coyote or WBON TV. If you've got a photo you'd like for us to use, Chris Thorne from CT Diesel Repair traveling back from Irvin right now, and he's got us some photos that we'll be putting up on the live stream as well. So, again, roads are passable, they are drivable, but they are still slick. Chris says that on 52 going to Irvin, the hill is slick. So, again, if you're traveling, no matter where you're at here in Madison, Estill, some of these surrounding counties, just give yourself plenty of time. Be careful using the gas. Be careful using the brake, because at any moment your vehicle could start to slide a little bit.
All right, Michael and I will be back just a second. We got to take care of business here and give you the latest updated LEX 18 storm tracker forecast from Thomas Ackerman, and it's brought to you by Aero Auto Glass. Do you have a cracked windshield, shattered door glass, back glass, or rock chip? If so, call the pros, Aero Auto Glass, 866-975-4527.
Morning snow showers give way to a cloudy afternoon. Highs only in the upper 20s today. Single-digit lows, potentially low teens overnight. Mostly cloudy and cold. And then Saturday, we're partly sunny. Highs still only in the upper 20s, around 30. By the end of the weekend, though, a little bit milder. Partly sunny Sunday with highs probably around the low 40s. I'm LEX 18 meteorologist Tom Ackerman with your Storm Tracker forecast on your station for Kentucky's country favorites. 100.7 The Coyote. Coyote Country.
This is 100.7 WCYO, Irvin, Richmond, another outstanding local radio station of the Wallingford Broadcasting Company.
Now, breaking weather information from the WBONTV.com newsroom.
All right, we are back this morning. Michael Watkins, Tom Zilla with you here on 100.7 The Coyote and streaming on WBONTV.com. We've got updated information for you. You heard the updated forecast there just a couple of seconds ago. And fortunately, in our immediate Richmond area, we dodged a big bullet as far as the freezing rain was concerned. We did get it. We are getting some black ice, and it is just crazy out there. We've got viewers, listeners sending in photos of the road situation for us. We're getting those up on the socials for you, so you can check those out today. WBON TV, the little @ sign, the circle A in front, is the WBON TV Twitter page. Our Twitter page is the @ sign, WCYOFM. That's all the address you need. Our Facebook page, 100.7 The Coyote, WBONTV.com Facebook page. And then you'll be able to check out all the pictures, the notices, the different things that we give to you. I personally, since I have been here over the last 3.5 years, have really liked the Twitter situation, because you are able to get something quickly out to the viewing and listening public out there. So that's always a good thing. Thomas Ackerman in very early this morning, and was able to give us that updated forecast, which we appreciate. We'll have that coming up again here at the top of the hour for you as well. We were looking at some areas that were north of our general area, Coyote Country, and it seemed as you go north and northwest, the ice wasn't that big of a deal there, but they got quite a bit of snow as you move into the Ohio River area and then parts north and northwest of there. Quite a bit of snowfall last night, all the way up into central Indiana, central northern Ohio. They got quite the coverage of snowfall. So, again, we dodged a little bit of a bullet there, but better safe than sorry, as Michael said a little earlier, that we're able to, bring you this information, and that we didn't get exactly what they were calling for earlier in the day. Looking for some updates for you. Local road conditions. Authorities are saying that if you do not have to get out, it's wise not to. There is a lot of black ice. They're treating and double treating the roadways. The city crews in Richmond have been out all night long taking care of business, as have the county crews. Your main thoroughfares, pretty good shape, although you can get some black ice with our temperatures the way they are. They can refreeze over. We have currently 25 degrees with cloudy skies here at our Coyote Country studios, so be aware of that. Black ice can form anywhere, and it can form quickly when temperatures are 7 degrees below the freezing mark. So just be aware of that and be very, very careful. It is cold. Winds are picking up 5 miles an hour right now out of the northwest, which is very cold, and that'll give you a wind chill right now in the teens. So layer up if you have to go out today. Wear your gloves, your hat. If you'll wear your protective face mask that you wear normally in public, that will help protect your nose and mouth and cheek areas from getting any kind of frostbite if you got to walk a ways or be out there for a while, okay? Good morning to you. It is 14 before 8 o'clock. Glad you're with us this morning. We are keeping track of everything for you here with continuous winter weather, storm coverage, severe weather, and when the weather becomes extraordinary, so does our weather coverage with teaming up with WBON TV. Appreciate Gage Hill, our producer from the TV side, along with Michael Watkins for helping out with our coverage this morning, keeping you updated on what's going on out there here on your hometown station, 100.7 The Coyote. All right, let's see what we've got here for you. I wanted to give you a couple of notes here while we've got a moment. EKU basketball, they were able to get their games in yesterday. They moved them up because of the weather. Now on Saturday, the men's team, the Colonels, host the Liberty Flames in a pivotal conference game. Our coverage begins at 6:30 p.m. on Saturday with the pregame show. Tip-off is at 7 on the flagship station for EKU Sports, 100.7 The Coyote. Those of you on WBON TV, if you've not heard our coverage of EKU, you might want to tune that in. Always a good thing. They do a great job of covering the Colonels, and it's nice to have a good local college team to keep a look after here and to follow throughout the season. Let's see. Lexington city officials, schools closed after the ice hit there. Saw a picture from Lexington a little bit ago. I believe I shared it on our Twitter page, which showed the situation in downtown Lexington. Streets are icy, and just like they are in Frankfort, Kentucky, getting reports now from Frankfort as it's icy enough to ice skate on some of the roadways there. They got enough of an ice coverage there, half an inch of ice on the roadways, on the parking lots, and they are showing some of that on social media today as well. I-64, I-27 in Frankfort, they're showing pictures of that this morning, and that's looking pretty dangerous. They are showing a salt truck going by, laying down some more treatment on the roadways. Thing about the roadways in this type of situation, you've got the brine and the salt that they put down, and as the temperature drops, which it has dropped a couple of degrees this morning, it makes it less effective. So you got to be really careful. Allow many minutes before you go out today, and you should be in good shape there. And it is 25 degrees right now here at our Coyote Country Studios. The snow has stopped for the time being, but we're seeing on radar that it still is going on around the area. And Michael, we have just a dangerous situation with that black ice this morning.
Yeah, and the thing about black ice is you don't know where it's at. That's the issue with the black ice. And I think people, I mean, you know it's out there, but it can be forgotten about because, again, you don't see it. You don't think about it in that time. Black ice is a transparent coating of ice found especially on a road or other paved surface. It's sometimes called clear ice. It's a thin coating of glazed ice on a surface, especially on roads, and that's really what we're seeing this morning, Tom, is that stuff that you see it maybe like a wet road. It's not wet. That is ice that is on the road. We've been getting pictures and video and some notes from people all throughout the morning, kind of just giving us an idea of what things look like out there. Again, Chris Thorne from CT Diesel talking about he's on his way to Irvin to kind of plow some of the roads up there. The side roads are very slick still in Richmond, according to Chris. He slid all the way down the hill coming out of Lake Reba. So the bypass had just froze back over earlier this morning, and on his way to Irvin on 52 going to Irvin, the hill is slick. And snow, sleet, mix continuing to fall at Waco and Marbley out that way toward Irvin as well. So it's still in the area right now. Again, we had a 80% chance of snow showers and freezing rain and sleet before 11 a.m. So it's still coming down out that way right now.
Okay, we need to take a break. When we come back, we'll update you on the flood advisory for Estill County, also Powell County, especially the Clay City area. They're expecting some flooding there. We'll tell you all about that and much, much more right here as our continuing coverage of the winter storm continues on 100.7 The Coyote and streaming on WBONTV.com.
At WBON TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Coyote, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are gonna drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's gonna put the work in the first place?
Love is in the air, and Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Chenault Vineyards has everything you need for the perfect Valentine's celebration. For just $65, enjoy dinner for two and live music on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. On Valentine's Day Monday, enjoy the murder mystery dinner party for just $85. Chenault Vineyards also has chocolate-covered strawberries available for pickup or delivery, and a 4-course menu all 4 nights. Follow Chenault Vineyards on Facebook and Instagram to learn more about the Valentine's Day celebration at Chenault Vineyards in Richmond.
The Old West, the way you remember it. Good guys and bad guys.
Come and join us as we watch and talk about the best of the West.
Western movies, TV shows, and more.
Draw Western Theater, Saturdays at 1 p.m.
Here on Richmond's very own Channel 9.
Locally family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction is a full-service construction company offering full-service home maintenance. Bluegrass Restoration specializes in wind, fire, and water damage and mold remediation. With 24/7 emergency services, Bluegrass Restoration and Construction is here to serve you during any emergency. All their services are performed in-house with no subcontractors. No job is too big or small for Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. Give them a call at 859-353-1133.
Have you been to Rockin' Robin's yet? We have a large selection of new boutique, gently used clothing and accessories located on 451 Big Hill Avenue. EKU students get 20% off clothing with ID. Purging that closet? Bring those items in for cash on the spot. Rockin' Robin's on Big Hill Avenue. See you there.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
From the WBONTV.com newsroom.
I love that guy's voice. I can't get over it.
Man, I like your voice. You got to give yourself some love, too.
But it's just... It's pretty good. We promised folks, Michael, the updated information on the flood there before we...
You promised them now. Don't throw me in there if you forget.
Yeah, and I'm going to live up to my promise
All right.
here. We got a couple of flood advisories still active to remind everyone about for Estill County. It's affecting the Ravenna and Heidelberg areas in Lee County. The Kentucky River is expected to crest right at flood stage at 21 feet. Now, this is affecting those notorious low-lying roads like Red Lick Millers Creek, Dark Hollow Road, Nolan Creek, and some others in Estill County. Also, another flood advisory for our friends in Powell County affecting Clay City, especially around the Pompey Road, Maple Street, out by the Red River Ranch, the usual places that you know there. So be aware of that, and if you've got water over the roadway, do not go driving through that, especially now. You could freeze quickly if you got wet and got in too deep and got stranded. So be very, very careful wherever you are, and remember the low-lying areas that normally flood when we get the sizable rain like we did yesterday.
And folks, don't forget about the WBON TV Facebook page. We have a lot of closings on there that you can go over there and check out. There's a couple of local businesses that have decided to close today as a precaution. And there's also some of the banks that are around the area. We've been notified that Whitaker Bank and First Trust Bank, all the locations of Whitaker Bank in Madison County and First Trust Bank, will be opening up at 10 a.m. this morning. So for those folks that need to get some of their banking issues taken care of, you got an update on Whitaker Bank and First Trust Bank this morning. Also, some of the other area closings and schools that are closed right now, we have a post up on the WBON TV Facebook page. You can scroll down through there, find that post, and if you have a local business and you're going to be either opening up late or closed throughout the day, you can go over there and post your update on there. Just give us a little comment and let the folks know about your business, whether you're open, closed, or delayed on your opening this morning. And Tom, as we go throughout the day, again, do keep in mind we're going to have a lot of this coverage for you throughout the day today on the WBON TV Facebook page, on WBONTV.com, and here on 100.7 The Coyote. That's what we're here for, is to keep you all informed and up to date. We'll have the Live at 5 newscast, which has been very important for people throughout the last 6 months or so, as we've been doing this on the TV channel now. live at 5 on WBON TV, Channel 9, also streaming everywhere that you can get WBON. So as we go throughout the day today, just be prepared. We're going to keep you up to date all day long with all the different closings and the road conditions and the weather that's coming up. And we'll have the latest meteorologist update from the WBON TV meteorologist team coming up during that newscast this evening as well.
We've got a couple of college situations here. We've got the University of Kentucky. They are closed today, and they're operating on their Plan B. Same way for Moorhead. Moorhead State University also is closed to in-class learning today. They are operating on a Plan B as well. So just be aware of that. And as Michael said, there are so many schools that are closed in our area, and you would have known by now. It's almost 8 o'clock, and a lot of the high schools you would have already been there or on your way there. Just check with them and see what they are doing, whether it's an NTI day or just a snow day, as they say, where you have the day off from any type of learning. Just check with your local institution, and they'll let you know what's going on.
Got a lot going on today, Tom, and we are supposed to have a game tonight on WBON TV. So we'll keep you up to date with that. Berea and Model are set to face off tonight. Should be a pretty good ball game throughout the area if they are able to get that game in. So we'll keep you up to date on if that game is playable or not. But as of right now, it's Berea and Model tonight. We'll have that game on WBON TV. Also, from the WBON TV Winter Watch team, there has been more sleet and precipitation since we took the air this morning as well. So that is adding to those road conditions that were already, again, roads were drivable this morning, but as we go throughout the rest of the morning, again, we've got that the 80% chance of snow showers, freezing rain, and sleet. That is making the road conditions, again, a little bit more dreary, if you will, if you are heading out, because they are slick. They're drivable, but they are slick, and do keep that in mind. Give yourself plenty of time if you're out and about this morning.
Okay, thank you, Michael. You are listening and watching severe weather continuous coverage here on WBONTV.com streaming services, as well as listening on 100.7 The Coyote.
WCYO, Irvin, Richmond, Lexington. Our studios are furnished by Fitzpatrick Furniture, with same as cash financing options with easy terms. Living room and bedroom suites, dining tables, appliances, and electronics. Merchant Drive in Richmond.
Here are some helpful tips to get your house ready for winter. Make sure your filter is changed. Typical locations are at your air handler or furnace, in a filter grill, or an air cleaner like this. If you have other accessories on your system, like UV lights or a humidifier, now would be the time to service those. Make sure your ceiling fans are set to clockwise rotation. Go ahead and close those foundation vents. Disconnect your garden hoses from your outdoor spigots. Have Madison HVAC keep you warm this winter. Give us a call at 859-625-1471. And remember, we fix that too.
The mission at H2 Health is to create a healthcare environment where their employees and clients love to be. They offer a wide range of services, including physical therapy, occupational therapy, a chronic pain program, wellness and fitness programs, dry needling, and more. H2 Health is here to get you back in the game and feeling your best with locations in Richmond, Berea, and more. Visit h2health.com to learn more and get started today at H2 Health.
Happy Valentine's Day from Leeds Fine Jewelry in Richmond. Stop by 108 East Main Street for all of your Valentine's Day gifts. Valentine's Day specials. Take 20% off of all in-stock jewelry, beautiful rings, necklaces, and pendants. Check out these beautiful 3 1/3 carat diamond studs for just $8,000 on our super sale. Have something old that you want to make new again? Leeds Fine Jewelry has express jewelry repair just in time for Valentine's Day. Leeds Fine Jewelry, locally owned, nationally known.
A.M. Time for us to head back to the Channel 9 newsroom for the latest local news with Mr. Ron Likens. It's brought to you this morning by the Berea Walk-In Clinic. When you're under the weather, go to the Berea Walk-In Clinic on Prince Royal Drive between Papa John's and the Chinese restaurant. We'll get you in, get you out, and on the road to recovery fast. That's the Berea Walk-In Clinic.
from the WBON TV 9 newsroom. Here's what's happening. Thursday evening, a gas leak caused the evacuation for residents from Boone Village subdivision and the area of Ruth and Rebecca Drive. Madison County EMA officials and Whitehall fire officials worked together to coordinate a safe and orderly evacuation. Columbia Gas officials did arrive on the scene and shut off the affected lines, allowing residents to return to their homes. Although sporadic, several thousand remain without power as ice and limbs cut power lines from western to eastern Kentucky. As power is being restored, the state officials are preparing for flooding across the state. In Madison County, Boonesboro Road, State Road 388, Red House, Old Boonesboro Road are flooded, along with Union City Road. For more stories like these, go to WBONTV.com. From the Channel 9 newsroom, I'm Ron Likens.
Thank you, Ron. It is 8:05 a.m. We continue our coverage of the winter storm from last evening and overnight, and we will continue that here in just a few minutes. We're streaming on WBONTV.com as well as listening to us on 100.7 The Coyote.
DJ Steak.
Man Chrysler in Richmond is Truck Town, USA. New trucks, used trucks, little trucks, big trucks, short trucks, long trucks. Hey, that's not a truck. Work trucks and fancy trucks. Who says you can't get a truck? Come on down to Man Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Richmond for your best deal today. Truck Town, USA.
I've been asked many times what's really the difference between calling just any plumber or calling a pro at Fast Flow for your underground pipe repairs. Then I got a sweet tooth and it hit me. Here's Maddie and Blake to demonstrate. Most plumbers will dig up your entire yard, making a mess that's costly and unsightly. Fast Flow will dig 2 holes and use the existing pipe as a guide to install the new, stronger liner, and you get a 20-year warranty. It's a piece of cake, right, guys?
Call Pro Fast Flow.
WBON TV 9 is proud to be your source for local news, local weather, and local sports. At WBON TV 9, we pride ourselves on being the local leader when something happens in our area. Channel 9 reaches nearly 900,000 people with our over-the-air coverage. WBON TV 9 is also the #1 source you turn to locally for news on Facebook and WBONTV.com. Now you can enjoy all the local news, weather, and sports each weekday afternoon. Join us each weekday from 5 to 5:30 for the Live at 5 newscast. It's streaming on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube channel, Roku channel, and our live player on WBONTV.com. And of course on Richmond's new and first TV channel, available on Channel 9.1 over the air, Spectrum Channel 712, and on Urban Community Television, PRTC Cable, and Crystal Broadband. WBON TV, where every local story starts.
Lexington, as you come toward the interstate, you've got that big hill you've got to go up before you get on the interstate. That is where the ice is. We've even got a traffic cam there that you're able to see as well. We'll try to get that up for you. And in fact, it is so icy there. It is ice, so we won't get the traffic cam up. It's iced over the lens. You can hardly see it, but there is ice on the roadway there and in a couple of places. And let's see if I can give you the mile markers. 1.9 mile marker. That's looks to be right near the little elementary school there on the Richmond Road as you come southeast. And then also another spot of ice on the roadway there at the 2.3 mile marker. Ton of traffic comes through that area, and it is slowing traffic down. We're getting speeds down in the neighborhood of 20 to 30 mile an hour through that area. So be very, very careful. Both directions as you get to the intersection of Old 25 there as well. And Michael, that black ice, it can do serious damage, and it can do it in a hurry, and you won't even know you hit it.
Well, Tom, we're getting updates from people all throughout the morning. Chris Thorne from CT Diesel Repair giving us updates. So he's been traveling from Richmond to Irvin, now back headed this way, just getting some of the businesses getting their parking lots and driveways plowed. as he has come back into Richmond. So now the snow and sleet falling from the sky and covering the roadways once again. So this morning when you and I came in, we talked about the road conditions and how they were drivable but still slick. Now those same roads are being covered by snow and sleet, so making those road conditions unsafe again. So again, like you said, stay home, stay safe, stay warm, because those road conditions are going to be getting worse as we head throughout the later morning period. So that's one thing that we're starting to see as people are starting to wake up, and we're getting more pictures in from the road conditions that are out there right now. And we have those pictures up on the WBON TV Facebook page just to give you an idea of what those road conditions are. You can go check that out if you're wanting a little bird's eye view as to what the roads look like.
All righty. Appreciate it, Michael. Let's see. We need to take care of business and get an updated weather forecast from Mr. Thomas Ackerman. And the weather is brought to you this hour by the fine folks at Aero Auto Glass. Do you have a cracked windshield, shattered door glass, back glass, or rock chip? If so, call the pros. Aero Auto Glass, 866-975-4527.
Morning snow showers give way to a cloudy afternoon. Highs only in the upper 20s today. Single-digit lows, potentially low teens overnight. Mostly cloudy and cold. And then Saturday, we're partly sunny. Highs still only in the upper 20s, around 30. By the end of the weekend, though, a little bit milder. Partly sunny Sunday with highs probably around the low 40s. I'm LEX 18 meteorologist Tom Ackerman with your Storm Tracker forecast on your station for Kentucky's country favorites. 100.7 The Coyote. Coyote Country.
We are back, and we are bringing you severe weather coverage here on the Coyote 100.7 FM, as well as streaming on WBONTV.com. When the weather is extraordinary, we bring you extraordinary coverage here on 100.7 The Coyote. Do you think, did I pass the test?
I guess we'll see. But yeah, no, well, that's one thing that we've always tried to say. When the weather's extraordinary, so is our coverage, and that's what we're here for. So keep us tuned in all morning long and all day long. Make sure that you're checking back on the WBON TV Facebook page. And again, we've got some shots sent in from people all over the area. If you're heading to or from Irvin, keep that in mind as we go throughout the day. We got some of the shots that people have sent in from viewers that are either watching or listening to us this morning, just giving us an update as to what the road conditions look like. You can check that over on the WBON TV Facebook page, and Gage has got those shots up here on the live stream as well, just to give you an idea as to what those roads look like. It may look like you can drive on them and be safe, but I guess it's not as easy, or the road conditions aren't as good as they might appear to be, Tom. So do keep that in mind as we go throughout the day today.
All righty. We have, let's see, some weather moving back in. And the National Weather Service is calling for snow showers, freezing rain, sleet before 11 a.m. So we've got, another 3 hours, about 3 hours where we can get some more of this precipitation. So just know that is the possibility. Be very careful. Our high today only going to reach up near 28 degrees today. And the big concern this morning, especially if you are a pedestrian, is ice and black ice. Be very, very careful if you have to get out and walk anywhere, especially in a parking lot situation. I got out this morning in our parking lot, and I had to walk like a penguin till I got to the steps that are covered, and then I was fine.
Yeah, and we do want to remind you folks that the ice storm obviously canceled this morning. Flood advisory for Estill, Lee, and Powell continuing into the weekend hours. If you are in Powell County, your flood advisory will end Sunday morning. Lee and Estill County, your flood advisory will run through Monday morning. So as we go throughout the day today, keep those in mind, just to be safe. Again, we're out of the ice storm warning that we had. Now we're moving into flood advisories, and again, those areas with a lot more water and those low-lying roads, that's where the issue is coming in. So just watch out for that. Be aware of flood advisory for Powell County through Sunday morning and Estill and Lee County through Monday mornings throughout the weekend.
It is 14 past 8 o'clock. Glad you're with us this morning. We are past the school closing time. We do want to remind you of a couple of colleges. UK not having in-class classes today, but they are on Plan B. And also got a note this morning from Moorhead University that they also are on their Plan B as well. So no in-class classes today at Moorhead University, which is people say, well, Moorhead, isn't that out of your listening area? Well, Moorhead has a lot of people that come from all the way into Winchester. They commute to Moorhead University on a daily basis. And a lot of our listeners, we've had people from Clay City and Mount Sterling tell us that they have kids that commute to Moorhead and appreciate the coverage there on whether or not they're closed or open. That usually is the main thing. You know, if it's something, an emergency or something very important like weather, they want to know about it. So that's why we're here, Michael.
When the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage. That's why we're here, Tom. So
yeah.
We want to let those people know how things are going out there. So that's why we want to try to. We've done this 3 times now over the last month or so, and it's hit hard. Like once we've kind of turned things in, we've noticed that we've turned the calendar to 2022. We've had tornadoes and a few winter storms. Now it has been a crazy, the last 35, 40 days here in Madison and surrounding counties with all the weather that we've had that has entered the area.
All right, 16 past 8 o'clock. Let's look at local streets and street conditions here, Michael. And I mentioned earlier this morning, I hardly ever see salt trucks because I'm not on the road that late. You and I, we both live real close. Gage lives close to the station here, so I'm on the roadway for a couple of minutes max and are able to see and feel the road conditions. And I like it when there's no traffic. I just love that. I pass cars on Big Hill, but when I come up that connector there, Boggs Lane across from the bypass there, I jump on Boggs and come across there. And I like that because it gives me a good sense of what the streets are like. Well, when I turned on to Big Hill, I passed a salt truck, the city crew's out really working it. And I noticed immediately when I turned, I thought, be careful on this turn off of Boggs, and, once the light turned green. And no slippage whatsoever. And I noticed that the streets were wet. So no problem whatsoever getting in, to the station this morning. And that was, 5 o'clock this morning. So we're doing good, and I know they are working very, very hard in the city and county, and Berea as well, and Winchester. They're all out working, and they're double and triple treating some of the main thoroughfares because of the possibility of freeze over. Our temperature right now in Coyote Country is 24 degrees. It's dropped again another degree in the last half hour. So, and we are, again, sleet mixed with snow this morning, falling in many of the Coyote Country small towns and cities as well.
Yeah, and we've been getting updates from people that are traveling. I think as we go throughout the day today, we're going to see more pictures coming in, people that are heading to work that had a little bit of a delay. So that's something that we'll see as we go throughout the day today. And we're, again, reminding you to keep checking back on the WBON TV Facebook page. We'll be providing pictures all throughout the day today, and we do have some current photos already up from the Clay's Ferry Cam. We've got the pictures that people have been sending in to us from Waco and all the way up into Slade, heading up into the Campton area. So those photos are up there now. If you're traveling out and about, you want to see what those road conditions look like, you can go look over on the WBON TV Facebook page. Again, those roads that you and I were traveling on this morning, they're becoming increasingly harder to drive on because of the snow and the sleet that is coming down right now, covering the roads once again, and all that is laying on top of that black ice that we talked about earlier in the broadcast.
I'm putting up a picture right now I want to show you. This is from northern Scott County on US 25. you've got a lane to drive in, but let me just say that it is very ice and snow covered, and you see little patches where the salt is working. But other than that, it's not. That's from our media partner, LEX 18 News, out of Lexington. So I just retweeted that onto our Twitter page, and you'll be able to pick that up there as well as our other social media. So you can see what it's like. I love that when we're able to share, like videos and pictures. And you guys, your team does a fabulous job, Michael, at getting those types of things on the air so people can see them. And I'm one of your biggest fans. In fact, I even got one of those little biggest fan things that come up on if you visit a lot. So.
Well, I appreciate our friendship, but it did make it a little bit awkward when I walked in this morning and you asked for an autograph. So.
Well, I'm just doing that in case one day you become world famous, then that autograph will be worth some money.
So we do have a photo that was just sent in from Teddy Hunt, who's out traveling a lot this morning, getting us some photos. Appreciate Teddy doing that for us. Highway 82 over in Irvin. So. That's coming from Teddy Hunt. Appreciate Teddy working hard for us this morning, sending us a lot of photos and updating us the road conditions out and about throughout eastern Kentucky. Highway 82 in Estill County. Gage has got that up on the live stream right now, and you can see that the road, again, covered with snow. There are some tire tracks for people traveling on the road, but Highway 82 right now over in Estill County, the snow is starting to lay on the road. And we're seeing that from the photo sent in by Teddy Hunt. Appreciate Teddy sending that to us. And you can see that up on the WBON TV live stream. We'll add that to our photo array on WBON TV as well.
Yeah, man, we're breezing right through the morning, Michael. I can't believe it's 20 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock already. But we're getting the job done here, keeping people informed. And we're going to take a short break here for a couple of minutes and help pay the water bill here for the building. And then we'll be back with more coverage here from the latest winter storm on 100.7 The Coyote and streaming on WBONTV.com.
Experience the gorge from above and below. Start your adventure by descending into the darkness in a custom-built cave boat or kayak and wind your way through the 100-year-old flooded limestone mine. Then, a zip through the forest. Get a bird's-eye view soaring across the breathtaking gorge with the zip line. Top it off with a stay in a beautiful cabin from Red River Gorge Cabin Rentals. Book your stay today at redrivergorgecabinrentals.com.
Choose Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital for your health care. Consider having your preventative care such as a CT lung screening, a mammogram, or a colonoscopy at Markham and Wallace Hospital. You can feel safe to come to the hospital campus. Following CDC guidelines, our care team is doing everything possible to ensure your safety and well-being. For more information about Markham and Wallace Hospital, call 606-723-2115 or visit mercy.com.
At WBON TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Coyote, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond.
We can't wait to see you.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are gonna drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's gonna put the work in the first place?
Love is in the air, and Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Chenault Vineyards has everything you need for the perfect Valentine's celebration. For just $65, enjoy dinner for two and live music on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. On Valentine's Day Monday, enjoy the murder mystery dinner party for just $85. Chenault Vineyards also has chocolate-covered strawberries available for pickup or delivery, and a 4-course menu all 4 nights. Follow Chenault Vineyards on Facebook and Instagram to learn more about the Valentine's Day celebration at Chenault Vineyards in Richmond.
The Old West, the way you remember it. Good guys and bad guys.
Come and join us as we watch and talk about the best of the West.
Western movies, TV shows, and more.
Draw Western Theater, Saturdays at 1 p.m.
Here on Richmond's very own Channel 9.
Locally family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction is a full-service construction company offering full-service home maintenance. Bluegrass Restoration specializes in wind, fire, and water damage and mold remediation. With 24/7 emergency services, Bluegrass Restoration and Construction is here to serve you during any emergency. All their services are performed in-house with no subcontractors. No job is too big or small for Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. Give them a call at 859-353-1133.
Have you been to Rockin' Robin's yet? We have a large selection of new boutique, gently used clothing and accessories located on 451 Big Hill Avenue. EKU students get 20% off clothing with ID. Purging that closet? Bring those items in for cash on the spot. Rockin' Robin's on Big Hill Avenue. See you there.
.7 The Coyote.
This is continuing severe weather coverage on 100.7 The Coyote.
And we are streaming on WBONTV.com. Tom Gross, Michael Watkins with you. I like the end of that. It's like somebody dropped their watch or something at the end of that intro. I love that. That's good stuff.
Well, Tom, you know, whenever we came in this morning, there was ice in the parking lot.
Yes. It was just like a black ice over the pavement.
When we could still walk in, obviously, everything was fine. As we have gone throughout this morning, we came on the air at 6 o'clock. We're nearing 8:30 now. The parking lot here at WBON TV and the Coyote and Wallingford Broadcasting is absolutely covered now with snow. Just to give you an idea of what it looks out there, folks, you can check out here on the live stream. Gage has got it up there for us. When we came in this morning, you could see the parking lot. Now there's snow all over the parking lot. So just to give you an idea, now you can see Big Hill Avenue kind of back there in the background of what the road looks like. So where vehicles are driving over Big Hill Avenue, you can still see the road there. But where we have come in, nobody has came into the office since Tom and I got here this morning. See Tom's van there in the shot. But just to give you an idea of how hard that snow has come down in the last hour and a half, it has already covered the parking lot here at the Wallingford Media Group studios. So if you're out and about, now there is snow on top of what already was a thin layer of ice, so making those conditions out there a lot more difficult to cope with.
Do you want me to sign that for you since my vehicle's there?
I want you to sign right underneath the snow. Yeah, I think that would be cool.
Yeah, that would be good. And then when I become world famous, you'll have a lot of money on your hands here. And then you can use it to put on the Bengals in 2052 when they win another Super Bowl. They're 14th.
Yeah, I wish I'd put them on the Bengals the last time instead of the other way around. We won't get into those details, though.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that this morning, yeah? Good morning, everybody. Glad you're with us on our Storm Team coverage. Flooding situation. Watch out, especially in the Clay City area in Powell County. Water over the roadways there. The Kentucky River is going to be cresting at 21 feet at flood stage. Ravenna, Estill County, you've got your normal low-lying areas flooding. Do not drive through standing water. You know the drill. When you see standing water, turn around, don't drown. You do not want to get in a situation when it's as cold as it is now.
Yeah, Tom, and as we go throughout the day today, again, we're going to continue to update you on the different road conditions. And, again, those banks, I told you about Whitaker Bank and First Trust Bank. We got an updates from those folks. They are going to be opening up at 10 a.m. this morning to take care of your banking needs. And, you and I have been, we thought about maybe trying to get us some donuts this morning, and some of the local donut shops are not even open yet this morning. So
come on, man.
I know. We were gonna. I'd agreed to run out to get us some donuts, try to help us wake up this morning, and they were all closed. So, and understandably, if you're not able to get into work, better to be safe than sorry. But maybe we should open up our own donut shop here in the studio for days like this, or maybe we need to plan ahead. We need to get the donuts in before we come in.
Yeah.
The day before, maybe.
Yeah, I like that idea. There's some grocery stores that have day-old donuts that they sell, and they sell them at a pretty good price too. Which, to me, a donut tastes good through a couple days after they bake it. Once you get past that, and it breaks your teeth, and you don't want to eat it.
I like to heat them up. I like to heat them up either way.
Oh, do you do that?
Yeah. Kind of soften them up a little bit.
Yeah, I've never done that.
Are
they good?
Maybe 4 or 5 days after you do that. So
there you go.
Now the local bookies, Tom, have put up the odds of how long my nap will be after the broadcast this morning. The over/under right now is 2.5 hours. So we'll see how long. We'll see how close people are as the money comes piling in this morning to the local bookies.
Venmo, PayPal.
Yeah, I think all that stuff. So
Bitcoins are welcome. Whatever. WIC.
Yeah, WIC.
Food
WIC
stamps.
accepted,
We take anything. There you go. All right, we have your coverage of the severe winter weather continuing here after the news. We need to check in now with Mr. Ron Likens in the Channel 9 newsroom for the latest local news, and it's brought to you this morning by the fine folks at Affordable Air. When it's time to service your central air or heat unit, call Brian at Affordable Air, 859-745-4885.
From the WBON TV 9 newsroom, here's what's happening. Yesterday, Governor Andy Beshear warned motorists about dangerous road conditions and asked drivers to stay off the roadways.
Due to the storm starting with rain, roads could not be treated with brine and rock salt, as it simply washes away. It makes it much more difficult to treat, which means if you are out on the roads when this happens, it will be harder to get to you. So the number one message is stay off the roadways as rain, snow, and ice continue through Friday morning.
Not waiting for the storm to hit, Governor Beshear declared a state of emergency Wednesday.
I've already declared a state of emergency so we could pre-position our assets, especially to help people that might be stranded. We also have signed a price gouging order that prevents people from raising prices and taking advantage of people during this time. Contact the Attorney General's office if you see any gouging.
The governor also announced all state offices will be closed today. State Director of Kentucky Transportation Jim Gray says they are ready for this storm.
There are crews all across the state that took advantage of the gap between storms to restock salt and other materials and get their equipment ready. Upwards of 1,500 pieces of equipment are today active. Upwards of 2,000 employees in the Department of Highways activated. Our crews and our contractors will do everything that can be done to make roadways passable. The best advice remains for the public to please stay off the roadways.
Gray pointed out due to weather conditions, pre-treating the roads was not possible. For more stories like these, go to WBONTV.com. From the Channel 9 newsroom, I'm Ron Likens.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Here are some helpful tips to get your house ready for winter. Make sure your filter is changed. Typical locations are at your air handler or furnace, in a filter grill, or an air cleaner like this. If you have other accessories on your system, like UV lights or a humidifier, now would be the time to service those. Make sure your ceiling fans are set to clockwise rotation. Go ahead and close those foundation vents. Disconnect your garden hoses from your outdoor spigots. Have Madison HVAC keep you warm this winter. Give us a call at 859-625-1471. And remember, we fix that too.
The mission at H2 Health is to create a healthcare environment where their employees and clients love to be. They offer a wide range of services including physical therapy, occupational therapy, a chronic pain program, wellness and fitness programs, dry needling, and more. H2 Health is here to get you back in the game and feeling your best with locations in Richmond, Berea, and more. Visit h2health.com to learn more and get started today at H2 Health.
Happy Valentine's Day from Leeds Fine Jewelry in Richmond. Stop by 108 East Main Street for all of your Valentine's Day gifts. Valentine's Day specials. Take 20% off of all in-stock jewelry, beautiful rings, necklaces, and pendants. Check out these beautiful 3 1/3 carat diamond studs for just $8,000 on our super sale. Have something old that you want to make new again? Leeds Fine Jewelry has express jewelry repair just in time for Valentine's Day. Leeds Fine Jewelry, locally owned, nationally known.
Land Chrysler in Richmond is Truck Town, USA. New trucks, used trucks, little trucks, big trucks, short trucks, long trucks. Hey, that's not a truck. Work trucks and fancy trucks. Who says you can't get a truck? Come on down to Bang Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Richmond for your best deal today. Truck Town, USA.
Slick and icy, not getting any reports of any accidents today, which is always a good thing. Keep up that good work out there. Also in our area in Coyote Country, looking all around Coyote Country, not seeing any type of accident to report this morning, which is good. So you are taking your time, you're leaving early, you've got the cell phone put away until you arrive at your destination, and everything is looking really good. Still got ice being reported in that area I told you about earlier on Route 418 there at Athens Boonesboro Road, and then it turns into Richmond Road as you head on into Lexington. If you're headed that way, it's the southeastbound side as you come back toward the interstate that's experiencing the ice on the roadway, and salt trucks should be there shortly to take care of that and get you on the way and going. Also, we had a report of ice up on top of the hill there, the mountain, in between Irvin and Beattyville, and that since has been cleared up. So eventually they got a salt truck up there and got some treatment on that, and so that's made 52 between Beattyville and Irvin a little more passable, though I would not want to be climbing up in my vehicle up and down that under this type of condition. I would be taking the long way around, as they say, and hitting the Mountain Parkway and heading down that way. That's usually how I go anyway. I'm not a Michael big fan of those real sharp hairpin curves and stuff. I tend to get a little nauseous when I do that.
Well, and those curvy roads from Estill County into Lee County, there's some sharp curves there, and again with the ice that's underneath that snow stuff too can make that very dangerous. So do keep that in mind if you're traveling up that way. And all those side roads that were slick already in the morning time, with the snow now laying on top of them, makes it pretty difficult to kind of maneuver around.
And we're doing it a little differently this morning. If you are out and you see a bad situation, slick conditions, impassable, those types of things, you can contact and put it on the social media. And, Michael, how do they do that to get that to us this morning?
Send us a message on the WBON TV inbox or on the Coyote inbox if you're a fan of either one of those pages, if you like those pages. If you don't, what are you waiting for? Get over there and like WBON TV, like the Coyote Facebook pages, and Tom does a good job of posting some good content on the Coyote Facebook page, and then the WBON TV team do a good job of keeping you up to date each and every single day as to what's going on here in our area. We had the gas leak last night, which was a major concern late into the night hours. So anytime stuff like that happens, we will have that information out there for you to keep you safe and keep you updated, especially right now with the road conditions. We got a lot of pictures up of what those road conditions look like. So just check that out there on WBON TV and the Coyote Facebook page. And if you see something out there that we need to know about, just take a quick picture, send it to us, and we'll get it out there to the folks that need to know about it.
Thank you, kind sir. 22 now before the hour of 9 o'clock. Let's take a listen to our latest updated forecast from LEX 18. Mr. Thomas Ackerman working hard this morning for us. And that is brought to you this hour by Napier Brothers. No matter what the unpredictable Kentucky weather does, Napier Brothers has you covered. From harsh cold to sizzling heat, Napier Brothers has it all. 35 Public Square, Lancaster.
Morning snow showers give way to a cloudy afternoon. Highs only in the upper 20s today. Single-digit lows, potentially low teens overnight. Mostly cloudy and cold. And then Saturday, we're partly sunny. Highs still only in the upper 20s, around 30. By the end of the weekend, though, a little bit milder. Partly sunny Sunday with highs probably around the low 40s. I'm LEX 18 meteorologist Tom Ackerman with your Storm Tracker forecast on your station for Kentucky's country favorites. 100.7 The Coyote. Coyote Country.
Now listen to this. So you don't like country? Then we can't be friends. Number 1 for Kentucky's country favorites, 100.7 The Coyote.
100.7 The Coyote as we continue our severe winter weather coverage.
This is continuing severe weather coverage on 100.7 The Coyote.
Da, 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 da. I love the music too. Bill put that together for us. Isn't that cool? I like that. What do you think, sir? Did I have you on there?
I got you. Got me on now.
Yeah, there you go. I need to press the red button. It's like the red phone between Washington and Moscow. You got to press the red button.
Yeah, sometimes pressing the red button can get you in trouble.
Absolutely. You got to be careful with those buttons, let me tell you.
Tom, I'll tell you what, it was a good day for EKU sports fans yesterday. You know, they had a busy day. We obviously had to move the game times up last night. They were supposed to play later in the evening against Kennesaw State, men and women. The women played first, the men played next. They moved those games up to 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock. And then between the two games, they had a football recruiting a show, kind of just talking about the updated recruits there that they've got in for the upcoming football season. And both the women and men got some exciting wins last night. The men's game against Kennesaw State going into 3 overtime. So we'll have an update tonight on the WBON TV Live at 5 newscast. We'll have an update and a recap of those games during the Live at 5 newscast, and we'll hear from the head coach, A.W. Hamilton, and some of the players. And A.W. Hamilton, Tom, will be giving us an update on what the Colonels thought of their big performance last night.
There you go. Be awesome. Awesome, man.
Good win last night, and they're right back at it tomorrow, too. I heard on the Coyote.
Yeah, let's see. We've got 6:30 for the pregame show. Tip-off at 7. With Greg Stottlemyre, the voice of the EKU Colonels, right here on your flagship station for EKU Sports 100.7 The Coyote.
Yeah, and as of right now, again, we are planning to be at Berea tonight for Berea and Model. Should be a good game. Those two teams played not too long ago. It was a close game with Model getting a victory, and if things shape out tonight, we're allowed to do that game. We'll have it here for you on WBON.
And if you are allowed to do that game, little birdie told me that there might be some updates from another game in the area tonight as well.
Madison Central playing against Montgomery County, if that game is able to be played. So there's some games throughout the area this evening. We'll be hopefully getting you some updates on, and possibly the live stream from the Berea Model game.
All right. I've been scanning. People have seen me do it if they're watching our live stream. I have been scanning quite a bit today, Twitter, to see what's going on around the area. And so far, the posts have slowed down a little bit. So either people are tired and catching a nap, which is probably the case if they were up all night. But there is some ice in Lexington, seeing some pictures from there. One picture that I got is from the Oak Ridge boys, and they are at the Cherokee Casino, which I believe is in Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken.
The Cherokee
The
Casino?
original one?
There's one in North Carolina, right?
Yes, I'm familiar with that. That's near over near Asheville. Yeah. But this one, I think, is the one out in Oklahoma because they're touring, and they've I guess they got pounded. It's totally snow covered and ice covered out there, and they're 25 miles out from where they're going, and they are saying they're very thankful and said a lot of prayers on their way on that trip. So they must be traveling on the bus is the only thing I can figure out. They would probably took the bus because they couldn't fly. There was a lot of flights canceled yesterday.
Yeah, a lot of flights and a lot of businesses closing as well early yesterday just to get their employees home safe before the conditions turned bad. And when those conditions do turn bad, folks, don't forget about us. We're here to help you. And we appreciate all those fine folks that have been giving us update. When that weather turns extraordinary, so does the coverage here on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV. It's our winter storm coverage, and we're here live with you this morning. Glad to have you tuned in.
Extraordinary. Absolutely.
You're extraordinary, Tom.
Well, thank you. So are you. I appreciate that. You work your...
We're confidence building.
You work your tail off. That's for sure. That's just a fact, Jack. I love it. Hey, I wanted to share. Ryan Hall, y'all, is this guy who is, weather is his thing. It's his hobby. It's what he does, besides something else that he does. I'm not sure what his regular business is. But this guy, when we have severe weather, like when we had the possible tornadoes and the one that touched down in Madison County and so forth, someone recommended that I check him out on Twitter, which I did. And I just retweeted one of the posts that someone sent in. This is from Morgantown, West Virginia, which really is not that far from here. And you should see their trees. I mean, they're bent over with ice. They have a ton of ice on there. And I copied that to our Twitter page, the Coyote Twitter page, which is circle A, the little @ sign, WCYO-FM, if you want to go check that out. And you can like it or heart it or whatever you want to do there, but or make a comment there. You are very welcome to do that as well. And you can send your pictures of ice-covered roads and your icing on your trees. If you got a tree that came down because of the ice, or tree limbs, or anything like that, we're interested in and would love to share with everybody out there. Michael, how do they do that?
Send it to us on the WBON TV Facebook page, and we'll get that out there for the folks that need to see it. And we've been getting a ton of messages today, not only on the WBON TV Facebook page, but also on the 100.7 The Coyote WCYO Facebook page. Everybody that's been out and about this morning, they've been listening to us or watching, and they sent us those videos and those pictures so that we can get it out there to the folks that need to know about it.
That's why we're here. James Taylor did a song called "That's Why I'm Here," and that kind of reminds me of that. Anytime we do something extraordinary,
is that the one
for
that
our
says,
listeners
like
and viewers?
That's my job. That song?
No, that's a country song.
Yeah, it's
there,
a country
isn't it?
song. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to remember. Was that Conway Twitty did that? I think. Yeah.
Everything I do is because of you.
Yeah.
Keep you safe.
Yeah. James Taylor's was "That's Why I'm Here." It's kind of a folksy song by him. I'll have to hook you up with that a little later. I'll send you the link to that.
Yeah, Kelly said that is Conway. So
yeah,
Conway. Hey, Mr. Wallingford is pretty good with the music there.
Yeah.
Quick on tap.
I've always wanted to face off with Mr. Wallingford, like
little trivia,
Music Jeopardy or something like that. It'd be fun because they used to get mad at me when I worked over doing TV in Indiana. They'd have the Christmas party, and the guy that was the entertainment for the Christmas party, he would do Name That Tune. Well, after I won the first 3 prizes, they banned me from doing it. So what I would do is I would get down and crawl between the tables where he couldn't see me, and then I would give, let's say a guy I worked with, his wife was there, I'd give her the answer, because I knew most of them. And
you were crawling underneath the table.
no, I was in the aisleway, but I stayed low so he couldn't tell who was, how they were getting the answers, because he tried to. He was one of these guys that would try to stump you.
Yeah.
It wasn't about giving away prizes. It was trying to stump the audience. Oh, that was, Captain Hook. That kind of guy. So we had a lot of fun with that. But
and that look at the history of Tom Zilla is brought to you by.
Yes, I do that a lot.
I don't really know the names of the songs, but I listen to music, obviously all the time. So I like to. I could probably sing the song before I could tell you who sung it or what the name of the song was. Just knowing the lyrics of a lot of songs. So.
Yeah, a lot of people are that way, and I have noticed when you look one up, you can do that. I know we're kind of getting going off the left, the left road
down a rabbit
here
hole,
from down the rabbit hole, right? But anyway, yeah, you can look that up on. If you know just some of the lyrics of the song, you can ask Alexa, like I do on my phone a lot. I went up and hit my head on the ceiling. What song's that from? And then they'll give you, 3 or 4 things. Oh, there it is. That's the one I heard that on.
Yeah, and speaking of music, we're going to be going back over to the music here in about 10 or 15 minutes or so on the Coyote. We'll get back to your original programming here on the Coyote. We'll have that here pretty soon. But yeah, we have appreciated all those folks that have tuned us in and giving us updates. Keep those coming, folks, as we go throughout the day today. We'll be posting more pictures, more video. And those road conditions are only going to continue to worsen as we go throughout the morning hours. Again, 80% chance of snow showers, freezing rain, and sleet before 11 a.m. A high near 28, so it's going to be another cold day today. Temperature right now here in Richmond is 24 degrees, and we're going south, Tom. We're going lower in the temperatures throughout the day. Got another shot here from Chris Storm. This looks like it's coming in on Richmond Road, coming from Irvin, I believe. No, it's I-75. So it's I-75 from Chris Thorne from CT Diesel Repair. Get a little shot of I-75. And, again, you can see I'll have this over to Gage here, and we'll post it on the Facebook page. As we're heading on I-75, you can see where the snow is on the road, but the vehicles that have driven on the road have kind of cleared a pathway for other vehicles behind them to drive on. So just some more of the shots going throughout the morning hours. And we've had, Chris Dorn sending us some of those, and we've had Teddy Hunt up there in Irvin sending us some shots in. So appreciate those guys who are out and about having to be on the roadways this morning, though their pictures coming in and allowing folks that are listening or watching to kind of see what those road conditions look like. It's easier, Tom, I think, whenever you can see what they look like and get a better idea as to what the conditions are, instead of just getting out there yourself and testing it, because there's some people that might not have to go out, but they've heard us early in the morning. The conditions were drivable. Now that the snow and the sleet have continued to come down this morning, making those road conditions much worse.
And as we have said all morning long, the street crews are doing a yeoman's job of getting out there and getting that all fixed. I mean, as soon as they go out and they get it to where it's clear or halfway decent to drive on, then we'll get another burst of something like we did here not too long ago, and it'll cover it right back up. So then they return and go right back out again. So they're going to keep working for you folks until they get the roads in good shape. But the wise thing to do, as you've heard all morning, is to stay in. Don't go out unless you absolutely have to today, and that'll be a good thing. I was going to let you know, I didn't even know there was a Route 711 in the state of Kentucky, but there is a Route 711 that's located it's east of us and east of Coyote Country a little bit there. But you know where Mount Sterling is, right? Well, there's a Route 711 there, and I guess it's just a solid sheet of ice. I just saw on Twitter a report on that and a picture, and it just looks like an ice skating rink. It's the roadway. So not only in Coyote Country, but the other areas north of us, east of us, northeast of us, and definitely west of us, everybody got hit pretty good. We were pretty fortunate that we didn't get more than what we did.
Yeah, and as we go throughout the day today, folks like the mail carriers are going to be out and about delivering mail. road crews working on the roads. My trash runs on Friday, so trash garbage men are going to be out there going through this today too. So those people going to have a lot of stuff to kind of cope with as they go throughout their jobs today.
It is National Thank a Mail Carrier Day, so you hit the nail on the head there, buddy. Good job.
Well, thank you to all the mail carriers out there. National Thank a Mail Carrier Day. It's crazy. I think every day of the year has a certain tie-in to it. There's some kind of national something day each and every single day, correct?
Exactly. And sometimes, like today, there's 12 of them today.
Yeah.
12 different, and they just keep adding them on. So it never goes away. Let's say we would make today Michael Watkins Day. That would never go away.
We are in the works. I've talked to some of the powers that be, Ed McDaniel and Mike Brewer and some of the city commissioners. I'm trying to get Michael Watkins Day. And, if we can get that done, I'm pretty sure I could talk Wallingford into giving me a day off maybe, too.
If you could get the county judge maybe to help out.
I'll see if we can get Reagan Taylor.
Yeah,
my daughter's named after him.
I know Reagan will help you out there with that. So,
folks, as we go throughout the day today, don't forget to be sure to keep it tuned in to 100.7 The Coyote. Keep checking back on the WBON TV Facebook page. We'll have updates all throughout the day today, and then this evening at 5 o'clock, the Live at 5 newscast. You can watch it on WBON TV, Channel 9, or also on the stream. We're on Channel 712 on Spectrum. We're also on cable networks in Estill County, Irvin Online, Crystal Broadband in Powell County, and PRTC in Jackson County, Lee County, Owsley County. We'll have updates from all those areas. We'll have power outage updates. As of right now, everything looking good in that area. But today, live at 5, we'll have a recap of the EKU games from yesterday, all kinds of stuff like that. And one quick update before we go from the Jackson County Emergency Management. 421 North was passable with areas of black ice. Side roads are extremely hazardous. There were also reports this morning of roads freezing within 20 minutes, so road conditions may continue to deteriorate. If you have to be out, be very careful, and that's one thing we have been continuing to say. If you do have to be out, the roads are drivable, but be safe. Give yourself plenty of time to get to your destination, and just be careful when using the gas and the brakes, because with the ice that's underneath the snow right now and on the road, it can make your vehicle kind of start to get away from you in a hurry.
Michael, appreciate it very much. This is 3 we've done, and I'm hoping not 4, but you never know.
Yeah.
So we're ready if we have to do it again.
We appreciate all the folks tuning us in, and each and every single day that we have this kind of coverage, we appreciate all the folks that help us bring you the updates throughout the day.
All righty, we'll catch you later, and hopefully we'll get some ball games in tonight.
Yes, sir.
When the